We about to get it. You know, this week's episode is so big that I had to leave the comforts of my home and travel to the studio because the guest we got here is so monumental that I can't just, sit at home by myself.
That's right.
So this is the episode 11 of Sports4U Wrestling. I'm your guy Drell. That's John. The people we got today, we got Drell from BRF Sports. Drell, what's good with you? What's good with you?
Man, I must say, I had a blast on y'all the first time y'all invited me on when we did the football picks and all that. I had a blast, and getting to do a wrestling edition with y'all. I know I'm gonna have some fun. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing y'all thing. Wishing y'all much more success in the future. But I'm just ready to get this thing going because I'm excited to be here. Very excited to be here.
Pretty teachers decided to have you here. Now, main event. People wanted it. They asked for it. I've been clamoring for it. Me and Cash been talking about it. And it's finally here. We got the anchors of the Humble Rose podcast, the Rose Gang themselves, La Madrina, a.k.a. Nessa, and Angel Rose. Ladies, welcome to Sports4U Wrestling.
Hello. Hi. We are happy to finally be here.
Truly. That's what we got to do. We give the people what they want.
And it's definitely been in the works, right?
Oh, it's been in the works and put off for how many times already?
Hey, life be lifing, but we made it here.
Hey, man.
And we here.
Hey, man. Yeah, we here to make history with the ladies, man. This is
yes.
It's better late than never, and sometimes it's always the good things always come to those who wait. And the episode is here, and we got the crew. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
This past weekend we had NXT Deadline, and I'm not gonna lie, this was a pretty solid pay-per-view to end 2024. Mm-hmm. So they kicked it off with the men's Iron Survivor match with Nathan Frazier, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, and Wesley. And we still didn't know who the main guy was. Well, we knew.
Yeah.
But
ideas.
Officially, we found out who it was. And of course, it was Obafemi who made his return to NXT.
Whoa.
Hey, man, you good?
Sorry. I just want to do that. Maybe I'll do it on January 7th. Shout out to the motherland.
I like that too. Always to the motherland. So Obafemi pulls up and pretty much destroys everyone involved. And I would say the funniest part of that match was, I'm gonna call it the prison scene when you had Ethan Page in the penalty box. I've never been locked up, but I've seen enough movies and TV shows to know when you walk in there and there's a guy that's 2 inches taller than you, weighing about 300-something pounds, telling you to bring him to me. There's fresh meat on the line, and Ethan Page is like a white guy who don't belong.
No, my favorite was when he was like this,
here.
and the ref in the back was just trying to push him.
Yeah. You gonna play? Get your ass in there. You gonna take this? Oh.
No, bro. Vic Joseph's commentary on that after Ethan Page lost and he had to get back in there. He was like, "Nah, man, get your ass in there."
He had his hand on his face, smashed his
window.
Hey man,
I could have clipped that. That was amazing.
No, they don't.
And he's like, get me out of here. Oh, I should have clipped it, man. I really should have.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good clip. Because
like a good shit.
That was fun.
the match was coming towards the end, and almost everyone had at least one victory each. So we're trying to figure out how this is gonna play out.
Mm-hmm.
And literally Obafemi chokeslammed two guys at the same time and pinned them both to go up 2-up. And I was like, yo, that's genius. So end of the night, Obafemi is the new No More contender to Trick Williams NXT Championship live in LA for New Year's Evil, which by the way, your boys will be live and direct.
Make sure you're following.
So I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna start with you, Nessa. What did you think of Obafemi's return?
Honestly, I wasn't shocked, but watching their faces when he showed up, it's priceless. They were just like,
that was that poop their pants look.
Like, shit, not this nigga again.
Words of Andre Young, not these niggas.
Man, that was excitement. Angel, what did you think, man? Did you were you also like not so shocked, or were you just like just as hyped?
I was hyped. I was definitely hyped because that's actually one of the first times I've ever actually seen Obafemi like wrestle properly. So I was like, oh shit, okay, I'm liking it. But to add to what Nessa said, my favorite scene was when Ethan looking all cocky and be like, I'm gonna beat all y'all. And then when Obafemi's coming, like,
yep. They're all just like,
face,
oh.
Yeah, man, because like Wesley had to look like, not this Negro again. Like, damn. Like then he threw Javon Evans out the ring. Like, here, you take him.
Wesley started acting real like
you go first. You go.
I'm like, man, you gotta do a brother like that. And
Obafemi
just pulled a wet around a 440 and just knocked him smooth the hell out.
What, Wesley got the nice one?
My favorite scene though was when Oba was in the middle and then all of them were in their corners, like trying to see who goes first. Like who goes after him first? You go.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scene out of Halloween, the last Halloween movie when they was all like surrounding Mike Myers in the street and they was all taking turns, and then at the end Mike Myers just came back and just started killing all of them anyway.
That's how it was at the end when they were attacking him hit by hit, and then he just
ate it all. Yeah, he just ate it all. Drell, what you think about Obafemi just cleaning? Basically, what we thought he was gonna do was clean house.
Let me tell you something. I remember when Obafemi first was like in that breakout tournament, and I saw those first few matches of his. I was a fan of his from the spot. Like, just a guy at his size with that type of strength and that type of athleticism. I was a fan of his from the jump. But and then sometimes it's always like you get those guys like that, and then it's like, okay, well, how do they sound on the mic? And then you put them on the mic, and it's just like put all the championships on them. Like 2 weeks ago, put all the championships on him. He's got everything you want. And I wasn't shocked, and I wasn't really shocked at all that Obafemi was the fifth dude. I was waiting on that music to hit, and then that music hit, and I'm just like, oh yeah, y'all all finna die tonight, so y'all might as well just get prepared. y'all might as well just get ready. Y'all all about to go down tonight. And just from that open, like when he got there, just that opening series, like, I mean, yeah, it was hilarious when Ethan Page pushed Javon Evans out, and the music was going, and then he just hits that full on sprint and uppercut Javon Evans, who sold that uppercut beautifully, by the way. Sold that uppercut beautifully, like jumping into the bottom ropes like that, and then Oba just coming in and just doing his thing, and just, let's face it, the money match of the NXT men's division is Obafemi and Trick Williams. We're getting in at New Year's Evil. This is the money match of NXT for the men, and I mean, it was definitely the right call having him win. And now I'm just excited to see how this build-up is going to go, because I'm noticing, particularly with Trick, they trying to get him, like they're trying to show a more grimy, a harder side of Trick. So I want to see how this goes into New Year's Evil, going into that match, because he's going to have to bring every ounce of grimy to beat Obafemi. He's going to need every ounce to beat him, because Oba he came in and showed up and showed out in that match. But that match as a whole was an awesome match, though. But Oba was just, I guess I wouldn't necessarily call him the MVP of the match, but he definitely was one of those it was almost like a star maker performance of him. Because for me personally, I think Javon Evans was the MVP of the match, but Oba was just awesome. He was just doing Oba things.
Yeah, before I get John's opinion on it, about what you said about him being more grimy, I was telling John this earlier. I think it's too little, too late, because where was this griminess? Where was this seriousness months ago? You're about to lose your title in a couple of weeks. It's a little too late to be grimy. So now all of a sudden you're facing over Fame and now you want to get serious. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. It's about time, but it's like, where was this when you had those matches with Melo? Where was this when you had those matches with Dragunov? Where was this when you had those matches with Ethan Page? When Ethan Page said he's going to bring that out of you. He didn't. So now you step up to another brother that's bigger than you, badder than you, tougher than you, and now you want to get grimy. It's like, come on, fam. Like, we get it. We see right through it, but it's like, you about to die, dog. So I guess, if you're going to die, you might as well get bold before you kick the bucket, right? So, John, what do you think about the return of the Nigerian giant, Obafemi?
That was, first of all, that was right. That was right. This time I'm glad I was right about something, as opposed to Finn Balor last at Survivor Series. This one I was so glad we were right about.
You just mentioned a bad word, man.
But I'm glad Oba's back. He was missed. Obviously, we losing the Tony D'Angelo. It was like, okay, the rumors about him possibly going up to the main roster, but it got real quiet. And then when we seen Eddie Thorpe go down, it was like, it's only one person. Who could I get? And it just made up my mind. Something you brought up weeks ago. I was like, And when we thought about it, it had to be Obafemi. And when Ava made that announcement that's on Saturday afternoon, I was like, it has to be. And when he walked in, I know a lot of people wanted to see him go like Braun Breaker-ish in this match. But I was cool the way he did it because he's really showed his pure dominance. Even though he didn't go get like 6 or 7 pinfalls.
And he got pinned too.
He got pinned and he went there and pinned. He pretty much stacked two dudes. I mean, come on now, pause. So I thought he was dominant. Like Drell was saying, I thought Javon Evans, that was another breakout performance for this kid. Obviously, Wesley was the veteran of the match. Ethan Page was just all out comedy. But I want to give salute to Nathan Fraser because good God, man.
I was just about to go there.
Good God, man.
Dude. And everyone was saying, how was this gonna bleed into their tag team match? Exactly. All pun intended.
Something like a champ.
The dude got his nose busted,
So, like a champ, bro. Oof. Horrible.
He was starting to look like Owen Wilson for a second there because his nose was a little.
He did look kind of old.
Yeah, he did look. He definitely looked Owen Wilson-ish.
That's messed up, man. Y'all ain't had to go there with the cricket nose, man. That's messed up, man.
Man, hey, you know what he was getting himself into getting in that match?
Hey, Drell, it may be messed up, but tell me this: am I lying?
It's a fact of life.
I mean, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
So, which, by the way, would be like a good segue to the match because the next match later on, him and Axiom defend the titles against No Quarter Catch Crew, and I thought for sure they was losing this match.
They all around right there.
They were pretty much getting there. They're pretty much living on the Kansas City Chiefs lucky mojo because you think they're gonna lose and they actually come back and pull some type of voodoo and prove us wrong with Axiom literally being the MVP because Nathan Frazier was, the dude was hurt, so in a way he was kind of a no-show. Mm-hmm. So I thought for sure he's getting a heel turn on that because Axiom had to pull double duty to beat these guys, and they literally once again, Sam Roberts said it best: when they're not on the same page, they perform at their best when they're backs against the wall, which is weird.
Kobe Shaq-ish. It's Kobe
Yeah,
Shaq.
exactly. It's just
Kobe.
like Kobe and Shaq. They didn't get along, but they still got them championships. They was winning them games. So it's unbelievable how they got it done. But busted face and all, Axiom and Nathan Frazier are still your NXT Tag Team Champions.
Hey, you got to give it to Nathan. That Spanish Fly was chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Definitely. I mean, he's
really
Seth Rollins' disciple. So, so you know, I can see that version of the architect inside of Nathan Frazier, because that guy, if ever he goes on the main roster, way down the line, I can see him putting on a show. Big time show.
He's Seth Rollins on steroids, is what he is.
Hey,
that's what he is.
He's not wrong, because I mean the way he got hurt so much and still put on a great show. It's like what? I was shocked.
He's faster than what Seth Rollins was in NXT. I give you that much. And he's definitely giving Braun Breaker a run for his money from hitting those ropes. Because I was like, damn, this motherfucker going fast as hell.
Yeah, I was like, dang, this guy got speed on him.
I knew he was fast, but sheesh.
Yeah, that dude. He goes.
He's insane. His speed is insane.
That's what you did there.
He's Steph Curry with the shot, but he's 0-200 real quick.
He took an L, so I'm pretty sure he appreciate that bar. Drell, I'm gonna start with you. What did you make of that tag team title match with Fraxium and No Quarter Cash Crew?
Well, before I get into the match, I want to give a shout out to PWI or why. Okay, they put out a list of like their best tag teams of 2024. Don't get me wrong, we love Jade and Bianca. Don't get it twisted. Fraxium's the best tag team in the world. They are the best tag team running right now in the world. How are they not number one? I don't know. That was the match of the night for me. Like, and shout out to No Quarter Cash Crew. Shout out to Tavion Heights. Shout out to Miles Bourne, because them boys, they are definitely gonna win. They're gonna win some. If they keep them together, they're gonna win some tag team championships. Because those, I thought for sure on about 2 or 3 different occasions that at Fraction was about to lose those championships. I thought they were about to lose, especially when they hit that double team finisher. Like Tavion had him in a Samoan drop, and then like almost like turned into like an F5 kind of. I'm like, oh boy, it's over with. And then boys just keep kicking out, and it's just like, I don't think there's really much more to say about Fraction. It already needs to be said. I mean, I feel like right now they are the best tag team in the world, regardless of promotion. Yeah, just like the things they do in a wrestling ring. And we got to remember, this whole thing started from a best of 3 against each other. This is how it started, and now they arguably might have the greatest tag team title reign in the history of NXT. Like this match cooked from beginning to end. Just the pace, the innovation, just everything they did with each other. I mean, that match stole the show and was easily for me the match of the night. But like I said, shout out to No Quarter Cash Crew, because in my opinion, they were the MVPs of the whole night. Just coming out with an opportunity like that, their first big opportunity like that, and basically basically telling the world we here now, and you got to respect us. So shout out to everybody in that match. That match cooked from bell to bell. That was the match of the night, and arguably the best tag team match of the year for the WWE. It's up there. That match was insane.
Fire. Angel, what did you think of the tag team match?
All right, I'm gonna be honest. That was my first ever TLE of theirs. NXT I've ever watched.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, man, wow. Good one to start.
Missing out. I know. I'm missing out. I did watch like some clips of like some episodes and stuff, and I was just like, okay, I'm liking it. But this was like the first time I ever like truly got into it, and my goodness, this match had me on the edge of my seat. This match had me on the edge of my seat, because like I always like saw comments and like appreciation like posts about Fraxium, and I was just like, okay, I want to see some of their matches. And this is one of the first times that I genuinely got to see them like wrestle, and I was like, whoa. I understand why people really like them because, like, wow, they put in so much effort. They put in so much like grit, so much like spirit, so much like passion into what they do. It's like crazy to think about. Like, it's crazy to think about, and it's like it's very humbling because like there are some like tag teams that are like very, very cocky, but no, like they put in the work. Like they put in the work to keep their titles. And I'm just like, whoa. Like it's crazy to think about. But I do agree with Drell that the No Quarter Catch crew, they definitely put on a great show with Fraxium. Like it was so good. Like I really thought they were going to lose their match. I really thought they were going to lose their title that day. I was like, oh my goodness, how are they still kicking out? And it was always Nathan that kicked out. I was like, ow, you're barely breathing. You're busting up. You're not.
Hey, hold on.
Whoa. Hold up. Hey, Cash.
My guy.
Cash.
Come
over here meddling, bro. Shout out to our boy Mike D, wrestler from the 313. He gonna be with us next week. Detroit in the house.
You're
Brandon Bean in the building. Public enemy number 1 of the Rose Court.
Hey, man, why you being messy right now, man? Wait.
But like,
we need a messiness. Go ahead, Angel.
But no. Like, it was definitely one of the best matches. Like, I was like, how the fuck is this man still kicking out? Like, he could barely breathe. He was like heaving and everything. I was like,
you never underestimate the heart of a champion.
No,
I mean,
truly,
you
like,
had a fucked up foot, take up ribs, and it's like, how are you still here?
Really could have like there would have been no tag. Like,
how, my goodness.
Tag team, definitely the best tag team in WWE right now.
Mark's in the building.
Right now, I give you that right now. But of all, I'm gonna have to do some research on that one to see if there's anyone else that's touching them. But
this has been a real interesting conversation about are they the greatest tag team in NXT? This conversation has been brewing ever since Saturday. Where do they run? Where's their run? When you think about a lot of the legendary tag teams, you being an NXT historian, obviously you witnessed the Undisputed Era. We saw War Raiders. We've seen DIY. Obviously, Street Profits was there.
I'm gonna put it down and say they have the greatest title run because their second title run is their reign isn't. They're depending on how long their reign is gonna go, they will define like as far as the longest title reign. But the way they defend their titles in these matches and not be getting along, pretty much a combustible element that you just waiting to happen. And every match they go and we're like, okay, this is it. This is the one. Nope. Nathan Frazier successfully winning 2 matches. And now on next week's episode of NXT, Axiom's going to be going double duty in his match against Obafemi, and then he got the tag team match. So it's like,
y'all gonna kill that man before he gets started.
He's gonna die for real on this one.
And what would make him? Look, I know I just said don't underestimate the heart of a champion, but sometimes you gotta question a person's brains when you go ahead and say, hey, well, I want to get in the ring with a fresh Obafemi.
Yeah, even Obafemi at 1%, I wouldn't do it.
Nope.
One leg Obafemi, I wouldn't get in the ring.
Because even Nathan like, what are you doing? He's like, how would you do? I like Max, but Undisputed Era is the greatest.
Guy said the greatest tag team in history was the Ascension.
Wait, he crying. He full of shit. He's
He lying.
Hey, Cash, you don't. All right, man. You don't find yourself in court. You better watch out.
Again? Oh no! But it's gonna be Drell this time, not us.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, y'all on payroll. You can't do that. My bad.
no one's safe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, y'all on payroll. I forgot about that. Speaking of payroll, my girl Jada Parker had to pay the toll in his NXT Underground match with the undefeated Lola Vice. And that's my personal match of the night because I was wondering how Jada's gonna adapt to an MMA style underground fight.
Mhm.
And man, those two went at it at the start. They was shout out to one of the NXT talent enhancing talent that was posing as security guards that was catching
lucky dude. Lucky
Jada
dude.
Parker when she got thrown out of there. I'm like when she jumped over, I'm like
saw the hands. I saw the hands.
I saw the hands. I was like, sir, you was lucky.
If they wanted some help, they could have called your boys. We would have flew out there and lend a hand, so to speak. But
we would have thoroughly checked if she was okay. You guys would have thoroughly checked if she was okay.
Yeah, I would definitely because he's a Tennessee fan, so he probably be going to the main roster looking for Bianca. But
hey, I ain't got nothing against. I have
John said at the end of the day, we are still SEC supporters.
now we represent other SEC supporters. All right.
Sometimes SEC. You gotta tell but we're on the football field. That's a whole different case. Why'd you say Bianca, man?
At this point, you guys are just summoning cows.
Why'd you say Bianca, man?
Hey man, but the match was awesome. My favorite.
That was good.
My favorite was the ending when Jada got choked out, but the way she choked out Jada Parker though, it was like it got her in a guillotine gator, and then did a gator roll and choked her out from there. I was like, God damn, Lola Vice has been putting in that work. I think she's gonna live up to that statement that she made when she said she's gonna be the greatest MMA crossover fighter ever. Which I agree because if you go down a list of people who tried, Brock Lesnar was a wrestler first, turned MMA, then went back, so he doesn't really count.
Right.
He'll just go down as the greatest combat athlete of all time. She's doing her success rate right now is where Ronda Rousey should have been. Period. Like the way she's pretty much outdoing Ronda Rousey just without the title. And once she gets the titles, it's over. Like so, I think she's definitely gonna go down as the greatest crossover athlete of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
When her time comes, she's gonna get that push. Once Jada is on her way to the main roster, Lola Vice will fill that void. She'll be the next woman up. And 2025 will be her year in NXT. I can guarantee that her year will be 2025, and we should see her on the main roster probably by the end of next year, going on 2026, or sooner, depending on how fast she progresses.
Mm-hmm.
But Nessa, I told you about it. You went back and saw it.
I did.
What'd you think of the underground fight?
I agree. It was one of the best matches. They have amazing in-ring chemistry together. So just watching them, they can go around and around.
Well, once we get everybody. Mm-hmm.
And
they could. Because
Roxanne.
Oh, I see it.
Oh. Team Roxanne here. Oh boy. But yeah, I thought it was gonna be over.
Boy G, Tyler Torn in the building. He says Roxanne the SmackDown, Jada the Raw.
That's what he's doing. He's not lying. Their NXT is stacked right now.
Oh no, truly, it is stacked.
Literally,
very, very stacked.
Yeah. So I give them all.
One.
And I've seen the girls they kind of bring in. They bringing in more.
It's going down in the DMs for sure.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a call to Bill Belichick. Hey, you got any girls in North Carolina?
Now y'all gonna stand for next in love because that's what a lot of people gonna see with some of the talent they got pulling up to the roster.
Yo, Cash. Hey, yo, Cash.
Oh, hold on. What?
Julius.
No, that's not it.
That's not it. The last one. The last one. Expose this man.
Hey, you know what? You gotta find them somewhere.
Oh my God.
Hey, to be honest with you, all I can say is Shawn Michaels has a very particular type as far as his women in that division. So take it for what it's worth.
As long as they're athletic and they can go in the ring, I have no complaints because they got the eye candy, but they also got the skills. And the girls they're fighting, they're like D1 athletes, champions, like played sport.
I'm about to grab the ring girl card.
That's true.
Shawn Russell's built like Pixar moms.
Hey!
Oh, we wilding out tonight. All right.
Really? Oh my God. Damn.
All right, we gotta move on here. We gotta move on.
Bill like Pixar moms is crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, he definitely does.
He does.
Even though he's had sunny days,
And
You're right there. As long as y'all. Back to the show.
But
12 elastic girls on the roster.
But Angel, what did you think of the street fight? Because I loved it.
Personally, I loved it too. And the people that were saying that fight was not anything, first of all, you gotta recognize that they did not have any ropes whatsoever, and it's an MMA fight.
mm-hmm.
An MMA fight isn't wrestling techniques; it's more physical. So you guys can't exactly say that they didn't have chemistry because they still have in-ring chemistry. It's just that it's more techniques than anything. It's not like for show. It's like actual like going down and getting violent.
That's hate. What's wrong with you and G?
Hey man, listen, we don't need sexual red. Anyway, go ahead, Angel. Go ahead, continue.
Hey, can I say, don't let him go. He call you 40. You need to go call you 40 and too short. Don't let him get him 40 and too short.
Oh,
he call you 40 and too short. Call Hammer. Call.
Oh, they gonna get a Bay Area chick sooner or later.
Call Keep the Snake.
Ooh, buddy.
There might be some D1 athletes, so you can't go to the corner.
Berkeley is in the Bay. Berkeley is in the Bay. Stanford is in the Bay. Palo Alto. Go to Palo Alto, Sean. Don't go to East Palo Alto. Go to Palo Alto.
Recruiting for Shawn Michaels.
Go to Palo Alto.
Hey, yo.
Go to San Jose. Feelings in San Jose. I've had some feelings in San Jose.
That's crazy.
No, you don't. Don't you send him down here? No. Don't you send him down here? No. Someone said going to Magic City. Don't you send him down here? No. No.
HBK's out there in the
No,
bro, this is too good.
No.
Out there, man. I'm telling you.
That was Georgia was too easy of a target. Just no.
That's too funny.
Stay away from Magic City, man. Don't go to Stockton.
Nah, he gotta go for Europeans this time. He gotta go for Europeans.
Yeah. Hey. True. Drell, what do you think of that MMA fight that Jada put on? How you think she did, man?
That NXT Underground match was very well done, and I'm glad because the NXT Underground matches really up until the Jada Parker Lola Vices match have been very underwhelming for me. So gotta come to time.
Pause.
Wait.
Hold the hell
wait.
Brandy,
no. I got it. Sir, if you're gonna solicit yourself hit them up personally in their DMs. Like, I mean, nothing against it. You know, you do you, my guy. But we don't do soliciting here. So
we're sports for you, and we don't approve that message.
Bro, you gotta.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Hey, yo, stop that. No, Cash, stop.
He straight up did. Duke straight up did. He's like, I'm here.
He laid himself up on a silver platter and said, "Here I am." Okay.
Okay. With the apple on his mouth, just like those pigs for.
Exactly. With the apple in the mouth, exactly. Just put some meat around him and he's straight.
I'm here. Literally digging your grave at this point. Just stop it.
Your honors, put him in contempt.
2 years, 2 weeks straight. Hey, listen.
You're
in contempt and in. We need to be jail right now.
Hey,
no. New Orleans Bounce video.
You gotta bring out the free.
Oh wow, bro! Wow, that was great. That was great.
It's funny, man. Y'all wild, man.
But the next match.
We came on here.
No, seriously. We literally just started talking. We just literally started talking about Lola and
and then people start going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
went to a whole gooning session.
That's exactly what NXT women got these men going though. Come on now.
Hey man. Hey man.
Hey, relax.
Hey.
No.
Hey, you know what?
No.
I tell you this. Attitude Era Sean.
My goodness.
The young Sean. Hey, you might be onto something there, because you know. Hey,
I just thought of a perfect music video for Sean. Like,
would have been on BET Uncut.
They would have had to reshoot that video a couple of times.
And I tell you this much: if Bret Hart wasn't married, you already know he'd be in them tip trip videos, because you know he loved the sisters. Once he's
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And his wife. Case in point.
Hold up. We didn't say anything. There's nothing wrong with the NXT women. What are you saying, Brandon? Hold up.
Hey, we love NXT women. I love them all. I love Gator Parker.
Who said they wasn't fine?
We're literally gooning over them. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You're
literally great. Just stop it.
Now Michael should have been invited to the Young Nudie Peaches and what the
Oh, come on.
I don't know what that is,
but I know what that is, and I'm like, nah, son.
Wow, bro.
Y'all tripping.
Yo, boy.
Tripping.
What y'all doing in the 504, man? That's wild.
Oh man.
No one's never acted like this before, but when the Rose game pulled up, I knew it. Everybody wanted to get their 2 cents in. So you know, what I tell you.
I know you bring the chaos.
I guess we do create chaos.
Hey, you know what?
Like I said, strapped in, out of pocket.
Chaos creates great content. You know what I'm saying?
So the next match we got here was Trick Williams defending against Ridge Holland.
That man almost died.
That man literally almost died, because that nigga almost broke his neck, and I was like, holy! Even though that was staged, it's still. I was like, yo.
That scene, I literally started holding my own neck. Like,
yeah, me too.
Oh my goodness! Like, how the fuck did he even flip it? Oh no! Like, how? Like, I understand a foot.
I'm like, this Negro is crazy.
What? I understand a foot because of Damien and Rhea. But like, bro, that was a
It was.
Like he almost stopped breathing himself. I was like, nah,
he didn't time that well enough because he was like legit.
Straight up. And
Choking.
Like,
hey, that's a good question. What was he thinking? Like, truly?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
If that was his idea of doing that spot, it's like, man, you really trying to outdo yourself. And that was somebody else's. Hey, man, they need to be on the stand.
If anyone ever interviews you one of our podcasts or any other podcast, bro, please ask him what was he thinking, please.
Somebody asked Trick because that was just
for real. And if it wasn't Trick, who was it? Because we can bring them to court and put them on trial for attempted murder. Because
if it was creative, if it was a producer or a creative who came up with that idea, he's going on court. He's so going on court for that one.
I was like, shit, this nigga here about to lose it. But in the end,
fired, fam.
In the end, Trick Williams pretty much retained his championship, pretty much confirming that he will be the one defending against Obafemi.
Yep.
What did you guys think of that match? Drell, I'm gonna start with you. What did you think of that championship fight?
Shout out to Trick for trying to get a good match out of Ridge Holland. Just shout out. Just shout out to him. Because as a matter of fact, there might be some foreshadowing into a segment of the future of somebody I might be taking to court because we need to try Ridge Holland for thinking he matters in the NXT Championship division because I can't get with him. I can't get with him. Like I mean, now don't get me wrong, like the Chase U thing was a really good angle. That ambulance match he had with Andre Chase was a really good match. But I just feel like that's really how Ridge operates best. Because as far as just like the technical side of just the wrestling as a whole, I do not like him as a wrestler. And for me, this was the worst match of the night simply because it was Ridge Holland, and I'm not a Ridge Holland guy. I'm just not a Ridge Holland guy. But I'm just and the fact that they were even teasing him trying to like, I mean, the false finishes were good because they had you thinking like, oh man, Ridge is actually going to do this. But they definitely. And I'm not putting any championship. I guess if you want to put the North American title on Ridge, but nah, I'm not putting any championships on him right now because I just don't think. I don't know. He's not the carrying type of wrestler to me. So just I don't know. I couldn't like the start of it was good. Like the fast pacedness of the start of the match was good, but it kind of slowed up and then it's like just Ridge. I'm not a Ridge Holland guy. So I don't know. I'm just and even with the character work, it's just like nah. I'm not a Ridge guy. I'm not a Ridge guy.
Yeah, me neither. And Brendan, they are trying to make something out of him. What is it? I don't know yet. But if anything, they should push him as the next big like monstrous heel. Mm-hmm. But he still got a long way to go because there's a reason why he went back to NXT and Pete Dunne was only there for a cup of coffee and he's already back on the main roster. So, whenever he finds that identity, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. He got rid of the recklessness part, so now he already sought redemption. He got that story out the way. So now we're getting this monster heel that can be somebody later on. So hopefully this NXT run is a learning curve for him, and hopefully he'll get better. So he'll be back on the main roster maybe next year or maybe a year after that, but right now he's right where he's supposed to be because he got a lot of work to go. Mm-hmm. Just a smaller Lars Sullivan. Yeah, with hair and don't have any porn issues.
Hey yo.
We were gonna be out of pocket.
You know. Nessa, what do you think about Trick's win over Ridge Holland?
I'm glad he won because I don't see Ridge getting a title. The fact that they were trying to make it seem like he was about to win, I didn't like that either. It didn't make it believable. The theatrics of the whole thing with him getting caught in the I was like, oh, okay, is this how he's gonna lose? And then he ended up winning. So now him going against he's gonna die. He's gonna lose.
There was no achievements, no worries about that at all. It's like, brother, might as well start reading his obituaries because it's gonna be a long.
Just make it a casket match at that point.
Yeah.
Here lies Trick Williams.
Angel, what did you think about the match?
May I be honest?
What are you doing?
Be honest.
Rich Holland needs to work on his mic skills. He needs to work on his mic skills because, bro, I understand you're trying to be big bad and be like, oh, yo soy, I'm like the patron here, like I'm big.
You're like that. Hey, wait a minute.
I wasn't expecting the solo shot.
Hey, well, what give me your shot, Angel? What happened? You was about to speak facts.
Girl, you are off.
I know. I was like, shit. I thought once again the stupid camera went zoom. But anyway, like after I'm all big bad and shit. I'm like, nah, dude, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Because, like, to be very honest, I did not care about Ridge most of this match. I was just caring most about Trick and how he was doing. That's all I was caring about. Because, like, bro, I don't know. And the chemist, that is very true. That I agree with Brandon. That I agree with. Yes, never.
No, duly noted.
Hey, watch me do it again. Anyway,
but like, I thought it was a good match. It's just that, yeah, you know, it was okay.
Drell, what'd you think, man? What'd you think about it?
Oh, what I think about it? Oh, like like I said, I'm not a rich guy. And the match itself, I give Trick. Trick did a good job as far as like storytelling with his neck, and he did a good job of that selling that thing. And Ridge was going to have a shot to win that. And then yeah, like y'all been talking about it, like the spot with him getting caught in the ropes with the neck spot. I was like homeboy really trying to pop his own head off like a. I don't know what he was trying to do with that spot, but whoever, shout out to you, whoever was behind that spot. But like I said, ultimately I felt like Trick did the best he could, trying to make that match as believable and as presentable as he could have. But I was just never really into the idea of Ridge Holland winning that match. So it was all right. I mean, it was the worst match on the card. I mean, it was all right for what it was, but yeah, like Ridge Holland definitely. I mean, he's in NXT. I mean, he's there to hone his craft and work on his craft. So hopefully this is a learning experience for him. He can just keep going, and hopefully, you know, because a guy like him with his size, he'll be back on the main roster. He just kind of got to get more in tune with what he can do as far as like. But yeah, and like Angel said, it's definitely his mic skills. His mic skills need some work. Homeboy can't talk to save his life. He needs some work.
Yeah, I agree. John?
I think we're all pretty much unanimous on everything that's been said about this match. This was like the low match on the totem pole. Obviously, when we finding out Oba was going to win, we are just like, okay, let's get Trick out this match unscathed, nothing serious, and let's get him to LA for New Year's Evil. And obviously, I was listening to our family over at Black Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to Mimi and Corey and the crew. And I saw my man Terrence was in there. He was talking about it. He was very uncomfortable with them teasing like Rich Holland and those neck spots for Trick Williams, specifically when he hit the German, because everybody gets PTSD with that because of Big E. So as far as the match, here's what it is. I mean, Trick got the right result. Trick won, but let's be clear. Rich Holland needs some work. Keep him away from the title picture right now. Let him be this goon, or heel that just beats people up, but do it and don't injure nobody. But outside of that, the match was pretty much was a wash. I mean, we got what we want to. We're getting where we're getting, and that's for the culture. Let's go.
Yeah, that is true. It definitely was for the culture. And speaking of culture, the main event, the Women's Iron Survivor match, which had a lot of culture in this match. So we had Julia, we had Ren Sinclair, we had Soruka, Zarya, and the hot tamale herself, Stephanie Bakur. And this match here started off really good. I love the pace of this match. I love how Zarya came in there and just cleaned house. And I found it hilarious how Ren Sinclair kept going into the penalty box. And then when she got out of the penalty box, she was in there for 5 seconds, ate a soul snatcher, and she was back in the penalty, in the penalty box. The girl was in there at least 3 to 4 times. She spent more time in that in the penalty box than the actual match.
She was perfectly fine in there.
Yeah, she was fine.
But
hey,
Soul,
man, that's hate.
Soul Snatcher, best finisher right now. I'm gonna put it out there.
It's the women's RKO.
It was beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. And the fact she hit that, I was laughing when she hit on Ren Sinclair. I'm like, damn, she's already out already. And she's already back in. She spent more time in there than the actual match itself. And the woman can go. So I'm not going to do any much slander on Ren Sinclair. The girl got some wrestling skills. Like her being in North Quarter Catch Crew paid dividends for her because she can pretty much go in the ring.
I wouldn't say that, but
I wouldn't go that far.
She's a workhorse.
So Chelsea Green gives that dunce sometimes type of vibe, even though she's not. Ren Sinclair is smart as hell, and she's funny with it.
Yeah.
So, but
Chelsea gets on my nerves. She's all right.
Yeah, she's all right.
Dang, that's what I mean.
Zarya clean house as expected. She hit the F5. Ladies, we got a special guest in the building. The head Rose boss himself. So I can only imagine the shit he's about to cause because we already got his employees here. So I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna come here and regulate. Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the Humble Rose podcast, the great Dallas Cash, is officially.
What's good?
What's good there, Cash? What's on your mind, fam?
You saw something.
Yeah. If he's here, he saw something.
So during the Sports4U segment, we usually call out people.
Oh man.
What's he gonna call out?
I didn't do it.
First of all, let me say this. I ain't gonna take too much time, but I'm gonna just say this. If Ridge Holland injures another black wrestler, I will kidnap him and I will have him publicly executed during the opening ceremony of WrestleMania 41.
Jesus.
Damn.
Ridge, put the close up on me because I ain't afraid. I don't give a goddamn. Yo, Ridge Holland, I want you to see this because I think you absolutely suck and you're like the absolute worst and you try to crack jokes. Cracking jokes causes the same mirth and hilarity as being told by the doctor that the cancer spread to your kidneys. Then you had the nerve to try to end Chase U, which was also just bad on your part. And when you talk, you almost sound like a dyslexic epileptic. And you throw punches exactly like that. And the sad thing is that when you make your corny little insults, I can say that I've seen better insults tumble out the mouths of third world dyslexic autistics with Tourette's. The fact is, you need to shut that gaping tartar encrusted penis receptacle that you call a mouth. The value that you have to this company is equivalent to pencil sharpener shavings on the concrete in front of a homeless person in Sacramento, California, with a half-eaten In-N-Out burger and some animal fries dumped on the side of a fucking sewer, flat soda, and some ripped-ass napkins. Secondly, the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't be pushed anywhere unless it's off a fucking cliff. You shouldn't even be anywhere near a goddamn wrestling ring. You broke Big E's neck. You injured the career of somebody who has more talent in his left ball sack than you have in your entire body. And the fact is that they still believe in whatever the hell you consider yourself to be. You are a terrible human being. You are a shit wrestler. You have no personality. You have the sex appeal of a fucking doorknob, and you're not a good wrestler at all. Fuck you very much. And I came to say that on the Sports4U podcast. Now, if you ever have a problem with me, you can contact me at 330-80. Fuck you. Fuck Ridge Holland. I ain't giving my fucking phone number out. But if I ever see you, I would slap the earth, wind, and fucking fire out of you for ruining Big E's career. And now, because of you, Xavier and Kofi had to put him in a fucking blender because of that. This is your fault. You are ridiculous. You stink. You're not a good wrestler. You should be shaved, have your entire fucking head shaved, pushed off a fucking cliff, and thrown down the tallest fucking mountain in Colorado, specifically Denver or Boulder. What bothers me, though, is you consistently keep getting opportunities to prove yourself, but you're as green as the fucking Hulk with gamma radiation. And that's the problem that we have. We continuously see your worthless, incestual ass on the fucking TV screen, wasting up TV time, probably making the ratings go down for NXT. Hell, every time you're on TV, you give Dynamite fucking competition. Why are you in the business? Why are you in the wrestling ring? You're worthless. You have no value that you offer this company. That's what I came to say. Fuck Ridge Holland.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Cash, the King of the Roses.
Dang, you said it, bro.
Bro, did we just witness a live execution on the air, bro?
I think we did.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time. This is the second time he's done it on our show because he killed Hulk Hogan during our show a few months back. So when he got his mind set on something, like you said, like Nessa said, when he pops up, he's sniping somebody.
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
The battle rapper. When you once a battle rapper, always a battle rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
Clearly
what you get when you're in a battle with Dallas Cash. Yeah.
Now you empty the full clip.
187 on the Brawling Brute.
That's why I had to get the ether, the Nas ether on there because
Angel leave the show. Oh no,
man, he
she had to catch an air after that
one. Yo, that's crazy, Cash. He said the best finisher right now would be firing Ridge Holland.
Back to the Iron Survivor. Shout to Cash. Back to the Iron Survivor. Julia picked up the win, but the story is the runner-up who ran out of time trying to get that last victory, and that is one Stephanie Vacour. She stared Julia down during her celebration. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say in Vegas NXT Takeover, we're gonna get Julia and Stephanie for the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, absolutely.
That's gonna be a banger.
Yeah,
and I think she's probably gonna win that match. So Julia's gonna have this little run between New Year's Evil all the way up into April. And when Stephanie pulls up, that's something that they've been teasing. They both got here at the same time, literally at the same time. And I thought they was gonna go at it then, but I like how they're keeping them pretty much like Bianca and Jay. They're keeping them together now, and when it's time, they're gonna split them up and they're gonna go at it. So Stephanie had that runner-up look like that was my time. I was just this close of getting that victory. So I'm looking forward to that match. Nessa, what did you think of the Honor Sapphire match? How do you think Julia and everybody else did in that match?
I think they did amazing. I wanted Stephanie to win. We truly did. She was almost there. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be Zara. Not gonna lie, just because she's dominant. They were, that's how they're portraying her. But they gave it to Julia. So now, do I think she's gonna beat Roxanne? No, I do not. And if she does, I hope they put Roxanne in the main roster. So
yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like this is it for Roxanne. She's gonna.
If they take her out, they better push her up, because if not, they better leave that belt on her.
She's going straight to the Royal Rumble. Once she loses, she's gonna hit that transfer portal, and she's gonna be right at the Royal Rumble. And it's her time.
Definitely.
They kept her down there, gave her that heel run for her second title reign, which was like her best work. Because usually, sometimes your best work is when you switch from babyface to heel. So she pretty much put that company on her back, put the division on her back. So it's her time to go. Julia's gonna take over. She's gonna be the face, and then they're gonna have that epic battle with Stephanie Barker.
No,
Angel, exactly. Money. Angel, talk to me. What you think about Julia getting that dub?
I like it. I mean, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see how it gets built up. I think it was a good match. It was definitely good. Would I have wanted Julia to win? Not really. She was mostly my second one to win. I actually kind of wanted Soul to win because, dude, she was put all the stops. She is so good. She's actually one of the reasons why I started watching NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's that good. She's so good. That Soul Snatcher, bro, one of the best finishers. Truly, so good. But I am happy for Julia because once again, it's going to be Julia versus Roxanne, which I am very excited for because I feel like this time Roxanne could definitely put more of a show on. Because last time, I don't know, I just felt like she was missing a little bit more. A little bit more of her baggage, because I know she has a good bag. But they didn't let her show off. They didn't let her show off a lot, especially because remember that was one of Julia's first time ever fighting. So of course they wanted her to get more bags in and stuff like that. So I feel like this one is definitely gonna be more entertaining this time.
I agree. I definitely agree. Drell, what are your thoughts, man?
First off, can we continue to give Soul Ruka every single flower there is to give this woman? That woman, Soul Ruka, that woman showed up and showed out for that match. That Sasuke special she hit was one of the prettiest things I've ever seen. You could just see it. Every match, she's getting better and better and better, and you see it. I personally thought what I thought was going to end up happening. I personally thought Soul Ruka was going to get that win because I thought Soul Ruka was going to get that win. I thought they were going to let Roxanne hold that championship to stand and deliver. So what I think them giving Julia this win means I think Julia's going to beat Roxanne at New Year's Eve, and then Roxanne's going to shoot straight to the Royal Rumble. I agree. It's what I think is probably going to end up happening. But I do think they're going to tear the house down. I think Julia and Roxanne are going to tear the house down because, like what Angel was saying, with Julia, being early and fresh to WWE style, they didn't want Roxanne to really give up everything yet, and now she's got that WWE experience. I think they're about to let them just go up and rip it at New Year's Eve. Is what I think is probably about to happen. So I'm expecting an early 2025 match of the year candidate between those two. And yeah, I just want to see how they're gonna get the Julia and Stephanie Valkyrie, because if the goal is those two at stand and deliver, I've seen clips of the match they had in March. If it's anything like that, I'm scared of what's gonna happen because they're gonna tear it up. If it's anything like the match they had in March, those two are gonna just tear the house down. So, but that match as a whole was really good though. Ren Sinclair played her role to a T. Like her, I guess her kind of being like the weakest one out of all of them. It was like they were aiming for her early and often. They were getting the pins on her, putting her back in the penalty box, but she played her role well. When she actually got some offense in, she looked really, really good. Zaria. I don't need to talk about Zaria. She's a beast. I've loved her. She is so good. And then Stephanie, the story they're telling with her is just I personally like the fact that her first like feud is gonna be Cora Jade. I personally like it because it's giving her something to sink her teeth into early. And Cora Jade being playing her role as a heel beautifully right now gives her something to sink her teeth into. It gives them something, people are gonna want to see Cora Jade get a head caved in, and that's gonna be the making for a really good match coming up. So I like Cora Jade being Stephanie's first feud. But so Ruka, bro, that girl, that she is like her rise has just been something to see. She was the MVP of that match for me. Just she is good. She is good. Yeah, they need to. I hope if nothing else, put the NXT Women's North American title on her. Let her be the one to beat Fallon Henley. That's how I feel about it. Let her be the one to beat Fallon Henley because I think it's about time So Ruka get a championship. She deserves it at this point. She really does.
Before John gives his take on this match, I'm gonna say this about So Ruka. The only reason I haven't said anything about why she's not being pushed or anything like that is because with that knee injury she had. I think she was on that road of getting to the NXT Championship or the North American title, but when she went down with that injury, that stalled her. And by the time she came back, you already had Stephanie Verker signed, you already had Julia signed. So now it's like she's kind of, you can tell she was about to be the next woman up, but then more people came in during her time off. So now she's kind of stuck in the middle for now until Roxanne goes up. Maybe Jada Parker goes up later. But I do see her. She might get some type of championship match with, like you said, Drell with Fallon Henley. And that would be because it looks like there's some dissension right there with Fatal Influence because girl JC Jane didn't like how Fallon Henley was won that championship. But to Soruka, it's only a matter of time before she becomes a champion in her own right, because for her to be that talented and not have nothing, I'm not going to complain about it now because she's barely getting her groove back after coming back from injury. So now she has to kind of start over again in a way and find her way through the roster because now it's just as stacked as it was before. So, Don, what did you think of that Iron Survivor match? And what do you think what's next for the girl Julia?
5-star match, great match. Like that, both the Iron Survivor matches booked in the show. The ladies, it was that match was two star quality not to be the main event. Obviously, start off with Ren Sinclair. She played her part. She's a workhorse, and she's a good person to be in the ring with. She's gonna help make a lot of people better, even though she might take some L's and people might say she just kind of dense and stuff, but she knows what she's doing. She plays her part and she does a good job. And being with the NQCC, you gotta know they do get in contact with Regal every now and then, and he's giving her jewels every now and then about how to continue to develop her in ring and out of the ring. In regards to Zarya, me and Drell said on the watch along that we just predict she's gonna go groundbreaker in that match, and she was just dominant. I love the fact that she didn't get pinned until the very last second because, like Angel was saying, it showed her dominance throughout the match. And then we go to my pick for the night was Stephanie Valcour. I had Stephanie Valcour winning. And the simple fact that she was the one who missed by a second of tying Julia shows where I know where we're going when about time we get to Vegas. and that stare down at the end of the match of her watching all that confetti fall from the Raptors of the Armory was just priceless because she's like, I just had 5 more seconds. I'll be in there celebrating. But I'm gonna have my moment. This ain't over. Now let me get to Sol Ruka. The only thing I was disappointed was I didn't get a snow snatcher from the top of the penalty box. But unfortunately, that would have been dangerous.
You trying to kill somebody?
That would have been dangerous. But I will satisfy the fact that she soul snatched 2 people at the same time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That
was amazing. If only she had gotten there a little bit faster, that could have been the 3 pins, and boom, she would have won.
Yes, that
could have been her 3 right there. Just another Obafemi of the night.
That is the modern day RKO, which is crazy because Randy Orton is still RKO people out of nowhere, which is crazy. But
beautiful.
She was on her way. Like Drell was saying, she was on her way. That knee injury put her back, and like you said, you signed Julia, you signed Valcour, you signed Zarya, Cora Jade's coming back. You had all these. You had the arrival of the NXT Women's North American title, and then obviously you still had a loaded roster with Jada Parker and Lola Vice, and then you had Michin coming up for a minute. You had Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson doing their thing now. But to me, she was the MVP of the night, and she's showing that she is going to be on her way. There's gold in that young lady's future, and I can't wait to see it. And I do want, like Brandon Bean was saying in the chat, and like Drell said earlier, she's a future NXT Women's North American champion. It wasn't a coincidence that Kelani Jordan wanted to challenge her for the title, and eventually she's going to get her shot, and it's going to be good. It's going to be a good moment, and we're going to be celebrating her. Shout out to Cash. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon, my bro. And
hey, Cash, I'm gonna send you the bill for the fire department coming in, having put down that heat you set off in here. So I'm gonna send you the bill when we get in the mail.
And then let's go to the winner, Julia. She put on a good performance, and I think Trell had got that pick right because I had Steph, he had Julia. But in the end, we're going to get her and Roxanne running it back at New Year's Evil, and I think this is going to be the climax of Roxanne Perez's very successful run in NXT. And we're going to see a new era of women's wrestling under Shawn Michaels. The same way we saw it with Triple H running NXT, Shawn Michaels has took it and he's ran with it. And I guarantee when we get on this road to Stand and Deliver, there's going to be so much good women's wrestling that we're going to be in. Our eyes are going to see. And I'm done.
Yeah, I agree. This is the feature looks good in the business, in the wrestling business, especially in the women's division, because let's not forget there's a juggernaut that's going to be making her way in 2025. So
speaking of sirens,
to add to that roster or any roster, it's going to be a problem. I wouldn't even give it if her contract is up already. I would not be surprised she's in LA.
I hope
to turn a new year.
Well, I just saw that her Masha Slamovich and I think somebody else, they're doing an autograph signing at the wrestling store here in our city of LA in Henderson Park. So although it's a week after New Year's Evil, which is my mom's birthday, by the way. But it's talk about her being, she'll be in the city, she'll be local, so you never know.
No, you never know. And plus, with the TNA merger, she can still pop up at any time, so she still might be in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of women's division and championships, well, this one doesn't have a championship, but Monday Night Raw. I'm just gonna dive right into it because I know someone has been waiting on it, so I'm just gonna get into it. Judgment Day. It looks like there's some dissension going on within Judgment Day that looks like we're heading to a split, because in the beginning it looked like Finn, there was always this theory of Finn and Liv Morgan in cahoots with one another.
Dun, dun, dun.
But now it's like she's sending shots to Finn by saying, "Hey, remember, listen to Finn, we will win, right?" So she pretty much putting Finn Balor on the spot because Finn Balor ruined a match or a segment with Gunther and Damian Priest. So now he found himself in a triple threat match coming up real soon. So now it's at Saturday night's main event that's going down this Saturday. It's gonna be him versus Damian Priest versus Gunther for that championship. And I got my money on Gunther still finding a way to win and finally getting that dub without any interference because the guys that are gonna be interfering are in the match. So now moving on to the women, you had Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley in a wild physical fight, match, brawl, however you want to call it. That's just a little sample of what they were in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I wanted to see. That's what I really wanted to see. Liv Morgan tried to get involved. She paid the piper. Io Sky came down, lend an assist. So pretty much Raquel takes the dub on this. But what do you guys? I want to get your guys' opinions on this. Where does this go from here? Is this it for Rhea and Raquel? Are we going to get more matches out of this? Because I'm not satisfied with that match. I want to see them go at it like a last woman standing or something. Angel, I'm going to start with you. What do you think is next for Judgment Day? Are we heading towards a split in this transfer portal? And what do you think about Liv's chances at Saturday Night Main Event against Io?
Okay, so about the split, absolutely, it's happening. I mean, did you not see that entrance? Like, dude, that entrance was literally just Raquel, Liv, and Dom. That was it. Where was Finn? Where was JD? Where was Carlito? And honestly, it kind of, if you like pay attention to Dom's face, like you could tell that he was not having it that night. Especially after that low blow from Finn, he was like, I come out here to support you as a good person that I am, and you shot me like that. I was like, bro, it's a miracle he did not just punch him right there. Honestly, it was a miracle he did not just like grab that freaking mic and just.
That's true.
Be like,
Nessa, I see you going over there. The moment she said Dominic, what did you think? What did you think about the whole, this Dominic Mysterio Finn Balor situation? And do you agree that there will be a split happening real soon?
Oh, 1,000%.
Whoa!
Hey man. The views of one Jonathan Watson does not reflect the views of Sports4U Wrestling. So, so the hate will be solo, no pun intended.
He's sipping the hate right up there. Definitely.
We endorse the slander of one Dominic Mysterio. He's come a long way. He's all right. He's all right by me. He's all right.
No, they're definitely splitting, and I'm cool with La Familia staying together. Liv, Dom, and Raquel doing their own thing. JD's definitely gonna follow Finn, and Carlito, like we said earlier, is he gonna follow his woman? He's gonna follow Raquel? He's gonna go solo?
But she knows he exists.
Yeah, she does. She's playing hard to get right now. She's playing hard to get right now. That's all.
But Finn, his hatred towards Damian is gonna be his downfall. He's definitely not going. I don't see him winning Saturday. I definitely don't. Now, whether there's an interference because of it, maybe I see it. Maybe I do.
Okay. You think a certain in your case, Latino, he's gonna make his presence felt in that match, huh?
I think the Latino chief will maybe come out, or they're gonna lose the titles because of that as well. So it's gonna be an interference for the one match. So he's losing it all. His ego. Now he's the leader. All of a sudden, We listen to Finn, we win? Oh no, sir.
Nah, you listen to Finn, you going down. What you talking about?
Yeah, all of a sudden listen to Finn, huh? And we all thought that Rhea and Damien were the problems because they were the leaders of the group, but yet you're doing the same thing, but
And
worse.
he's doing it worse. He's doing it worse because he's like actually dragging Dom down, like literally.
I said before, and I'm gonna say it again. They're slowly playing a huge Dominic Mysterio face turn in 2025. It's coming.
I don't know, but all I know is that I am ready for 2025. Whatever comes its way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, see, you shouldn't be saying anything about Dom because look at what he said first. You shouldn't be saying anything about Dom.
Circle the West Coast in the building.
Hey.
Dom will call Finn that Saturday Night's Main.
Oh, he shouldn't be talking about Dom because look what he said.
Dom is so close.
Why are you talking about Dom, huh?
This double dipping backtracking is gonna be the death of Angel Rose. I'm telling you.
That's gonna be the death of him, not me.
she about to go. She about to Hulk out.
Every time. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Bro, like he's doing the exact same thing he did last time, backtracking and then saying something else.
Shout out to the Circle of Debate,
West Coast,
Europe. Drell, what do you think of this whole Judgment Day situation?
I think honestly we're about at the point where the Judgment Day as a group has really run its course. I think it's time to split them. I definitely think it's time to split them. Honestly, they really should have did it at SummerSlam. I agree, but I guess they're trying to see what they can get out of this, and just like the relive rivalry. Once it stopped being about the championship, it started being more about Dom. It kind of took a hit on that, and then with the whole Finn thing is like, yeah, like the reason why y'all kicked Rhea and Damien out of the Judgment Day was because y'all felt like the egos were getting too big, and now all of a sudden you kind of taking this same lead, going the same route, and like you're not doing yourself any favors, and you're not making yourself look good. So I mean. Yeah, I definitely do also agree. Yeah, I definitely think they're really trying to push Dominic Mysterio pretty hard next year. Like maybe not a face, yeah, not an immediate face turn, but I definitely see it coming because I mean the dude was getting chance like that Gunther match. He was getting chance, so it's like yeah, I think they're trying to do something. But yeah, I think the Judgment Day has long ran its course, and I think it's time to split them. It's time to split them at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Like for me, I think it the whole like Dom turning face. I don't think it's gonna happen in 2025. I think it's gonna happen like later, maybe down the road, 2025. Like probably like
the
down
end
the road. Like yeah, because like what I see for him is definitely a title run. I definitely see a title run.
I'm definitely pushing that.
Yeah. They're definitely pushing something for him because I mean he fought Braun Breaker during SmackDown Dark match, so obviously they're trying to see if they got good chemistry. We already know that he's got good chemistry with Gunther for matches, so it's like, and now also the fact that he's now apparently going to fight Seth Rollins for during holiday tour. So I'm like, they're definitely giving this man a push to do what? I don't know.
IC champion. World champion.
Go champion.
A champion.
I mean, that wasn't that big of a news because he's been saying it for like
apparently
what?
Dominic Mysterio must.
I mean,
what?
Dominic Mysterio must heard what I said and hacked the show. So I'll be careful.
Yeah, because I was about to say before it got hacked that he went public about his tendies, so I can see why Finn keeps trying to treat him like a child because when you publicly say you can't live life without the tendies.
What's wrong with chicken tenders?
I mean, you really get treated like that, but tendies is tendies. Ain't nothing wrong with some good all white meat tendies.
There's nothing wrong with tendies. There's nothing wrong with
Nothing
chicken
wrong
tenders.
with tendies.
My bad.
Hey, nothing wrong with tendies.
See, look what you did. Now you ain't oh, there you go. All right, so the next topic I want to get into is this whole CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Drew McIntyre situation. It's like they're forming this. I've been hearing rumors that they're trying to form a Shield-like group to take down.
I like it.
That group consisting of Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and Seth.
Interesting.
Now, I don't know how it's going to come about, but I can see it happening because it's all about the common denominator, and once again, it's about the needle mover, the tribal chief. Roman. He may not be on camera, but yet they still got his names in their mouth, so to speak. So it's like he's at home chilling, and they're pretty much targeting anyone and everyone that lended a hand. And McIntyre's came to a payday or a favor, if you will.
Mhm.
So he pretty much let him slide. But Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Cody Rhodes, they're all on high alert. So sooner or later, they're not going to come after Roman at one point. And I can see Seth Rollins going heel just for the simple fact of his hatred with Roman Reigns. So
They put a target on Roman's
I'm gonna
back.
start
That's for
with
sure.
you. What do you
I mean, he put it there
think
himself.
about
What I think about what?
They did too.
What I think about what? Sorry.
That's true. They did put a target on his back because like people don't forget what he was before WrestleMania. So
Well, like I didn't get your question.
now
What
that
was
he's
it?
back, it's like they wish he wasn't here. So yeah, I agree. They definitely.
I still didn't get the question.
Got it.
Damn, the brujeria caught them.
They are hot, bro.
La brujeria.
Truly, brujeria, man. I think you're gonna have to type on the private chat.
Like, let's just put it like this: that whole CM Punk segment was crazy, and the fact that he sat there and called Seth Rollins second string was grimy.
And I gotta say, the Sammy. Oh no, they like it. I think the one with Sammy saying that he's acting more not like Seth Rollins, but he's acting more like Drew McIntyre. I was like, "Hey, yo!"
Yeah, it's like it's just the back and forth with all of them. It's
like
I'm
you said,
anxious
though,
to see how
whole
this is gonna play out. To be honest,
yeah,
with
the
you.
whole center of it though
Because-
is Roman Reigns.
Roman. He's literally in the center of it. It's everyone against everyone, but the center of it is literally Roman.
Dom hacked them again.
Damn.
Dom really was really don't like. Nah, and then I think about it is Sammy also saying, I'm not gonna waste time. I know Drew McIntyre what he's about. So let's just nip this in the bud and get this out the way because we all know Drew McIntyre probably wants another piece of CM Punk, but
actually I don't think so.
Or maybe probably not. But maybe he just if he knows that you're affiliated with him, he's just going you just became public enemy number one. Shout out to Mr. Curious in the building. He's just going
on a rampage at this point.
Yeah. Because like Drew McIntyre said, because like Drew said in a promo, it's like, at least CM Punk had a reason he was getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting a favor done, so he had his reason. But then he's like, Jimmy, Jay, Cody, they pretty much Roman snapped their fingers and here they are just like that. So it's I called it at War Games that the whole team Roman was pretty much the Avengers assembling, and then once it was over, they gone their separate way.
Right.
But something big is gonna happen, and it's gonna bring them back together again at some point. So right now, you got Drew McIntyre handling business with Sami Zayn, and eventually Jey Uso's gonna get involved. And then you still got the whole CM Punk and Seth Rollins dynamic, which, man, I cannot wait for that to start to take off, because CM Punk was like, Seth Rollins was handling his business while I was gone for 7 years, but now I'm back, so you gotta sit back on the bench. So, and I'm like, Seth Rollins not gonna like that much because he plays second fiddle to nobody. So that feud is gonna be amazing. That might be feud of the year outside of Punk and McIntyre. That's gonna be the feud of the year in 2025. I tell you that much. Drell, what do you think about the whole this whole everyone hates Roman Reigns type of drama going on in professional wrestling?
Man, for starters, man, that's CM Punk Seth Rollins match. That match gonna feed generations when it finally gets to happen. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I'm honestly though, I'm loving all this. I'm loving all this. I'm loving how everything at the end of the day just is like full circle. It's like 6 degrees of separation, and everything just comes back to Roman Reigns, and it's like in the end, well, it's Roman Reigns, and then the CM Punk like Drew McIntyre is going to take on anybody who will remotely want to tag with CM Punk and Roman Reigns, and then it's just like eventually Kevin Owens has got to get into this somehow, some way, and then Seth Rollins, I guess, he's going to turn heel. He's going to have a heel turn at some point, and all this is just, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I'm definitely hyped about it because, man. That second string line he dropped, I was just like, damn, second string, bro. Like, man, I mean, you gotta remember, you know what I'm saying? You gotta remember though, Seth Rollins won every championship there was to win, and was just having all these really good, I'm talking about banger matches after banger matches after banger matches. You know what I'm saying? You weren't around for none of it. And all of a sudden you come back and now it's just like, oh no, I'm back now. So you got to take a back seat to me. Yeah, a guy with the ego of Seth Rollins, man, he ain't gonna stand for that. So I definitely want to see where they're gonna go with it. I'm really hoping, because I know the rumor is for the Netflix Raw that they're gonna go 1-on-1 for that Netflix Raw, and I kind of want to see how it ultimately is going to lead to WrestleMania, because I still feel that they're going to be the WrestleMania match. So I kind of want to see how all this build up kind of goes into WrestleMania, and Drew McIntyre is just like if they could redo the Dave Chappelle Player Haters Ball skit, he would be the Player Hater of the Year, like straight up. That's Drew McIntyre in a nutshell. But he was my MVP for WWE in 2024, and I'm just excited to see what he's gonna do going into 2025, because he is like great. He's like A++ troll, but then he's also one of the best wrestlers in the world. So it's almost kind of like he does it from both ends of the spectrum. So I don't know what they're gonna do with all this, but I'm excited. Just CM Punk, CM Punk and Seth Rollins. That man, I don't know what they're gonna do with this feud, but I just hope they get it right because that they give them all this, give them to all the segments, give them all the segments.
Everything that's been going on with all these people makes me even more excited for the Royal Rumble because this is where everything's gonna be set up. People are gonna be eliminated. People are gonna the people gonna eliminate somebody else, and this and that. So that's where these feuds are gonna be going. And speaking of, the Royal Rumble, our girls here, the Rose Gang, is gonna be in the building for the Royal Rumble. So they're gonna see firsthand. They're gonna see firsthand these stories officially get developed for WrestleMania. So
in McAfee's house,
it's gonna be a sight to see when the girls experience their road to WrestleMania. And from experience, the road is beautiful. You're gonna enjoy the road to Mania. So and they also will be on the Fallout show Monday Night Raw following that. So they're gonna and SmackDown before then. So
triple.
The Humber Road is gonna be causing chaos in multiple cities in a 3-day span. So if y'all see them, just run.
Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, enjoy the ride. Don't run. Enjoy the ride with us. Yeah, enjoy us. Say hi. Don't be
shy. Run from the say hi, and then run from the chaos. Because once they settle in, all hell's gonna break loose, and you might want to run after that. But yeah,
if we create chaos, imagine if we create chaos on the podcast. Imagine if we create chaos on SmackDown and on Raw.
In the street of Indianapolis.
And Nessa, I better not see you in the front row when Dominic Mysterio pulls up. All right. No. So I don't want to. I don't want to put you in the court if you get handcuffed by security.
Like, yo, there it goes.
Like this.
I don't want to put you on calling our name. So it's gonna be hilarious.
Just know that if there is a meet and greet. Oh, thank you, camera. Just know that if there is a meet and greet and it's Dom, we are so going.
I'll go live.
We will do an Instagram live or whatever and show this man off. Absolutely. What are you talking about?
Hey, if you guys do get a meet and greet with Dominic Mysterio, take it to the meet and greet so that way you for sure, be in with Latino Cheat.
I'll just tell her if you see Liv Morgan, just tell her I love her, and she has a special place in the heart of one John Watson. You don't miss you miss the only shots you miss is the ones you don't shoot.
Go bigger, go.
All right. All right. Someone is selling themselves on this show outside of Brandon. So now we got two guys.
No, I am not selling myself to Liv Morgan. I just said I'll watch you. I'll watch you. I'm not selling myself. I'm not putting myself on no platter for nobody.
Wait, you gonna be peeking through a curtain or something?
No, I just said I'll watch you. Just say I'll
watch you.
That sounds a little suspect. Like, hey, Liv, I'm watching.
She said watch me.
I'm watching.
She said watch me. I'm watching.
We should.
You see me lurking.
No, ain't no lurking.
I'm watching.
No, ain't no lurking over here. Now you come sit my way.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey
there. Yeah. You want to talk to me. I really want to meet you.
Hey man, we ain't doing no Josie references right now.
You did it. No, he did not just call Chad.
No.
Hey, we're not doing some jokesy right now, man.
See.
So we're gonna have Nessa and John sit in cell block C.
Worth it.
So yeah, so
worth it.
I'm
block C, huh? Probably C, huh? Cell block C, huh?
I didn't even think about
that.
I gotta keep it comfortable then, right?
Okay.
Hey, I don't have bell money, so I guess I'll be a one man show till you get out. So
Yeah. Damn.
Homeboys, do you? All right, man. Me and Nessa will be. I'll be in one cell. I'll be like, yeah. They call you yet? No. All right. CO commissary.
Y'all communicating through telepathy.
Exactly.
All I know is none of y'all
She's been communicating through telepathy.
I don't need them problems.
So that's
How did we get to contacting people through telepathy in jail from the road? How did we get here?
What goes on the road stays on the road.
Oh no, see, I agree with that. No, but I agree with that. We are chaos, but that has nothing to do with us. That just gets created on its own. We're just here for the.
Hey, well, Nessa Nessa will probably get bailed down because remember she brought the tennies to the meet and greet. So Dominic's gonna remember that, and she'll be out in no time.
Hey,
you stalk and live. I don't know, man.
Ain't gonna be no stalking.
Remember, they remember their fans. They remember them.
Angel should know.
You fell out. You fell out.
Wait a minute. Shot.
Angel.
And scene.
Explain yourself.
And you're on camera.
All I'm gonna say is this might not be my first time meeting Dominic Mysterio.
Ooh, yes, and I know about this story, and I know how Nessa felt about that story.
Yes.
And I know 100% she's gonna get my ass back, especially if we do meet him. I know she is.
I sure am. And that's how I know she'll end up leaving me in jail.
The only time. Like, no, you want it done.
If she do me dirty, I'll do her dirtier.
Oh,
we
this
talk
is
our way out.
We're on to something here. So this little battle war going on is going to be because of Dominic Mysterio.
We've learned a lot.
So Dom, if you're watching, this is your fault.
We learned a lot.
That's crazy.
They out here ruining brands.
I mean, his girl got John put in jail. He got Nessa put in jail. Man, losing a friend. That's crazy. This Judgment Day got to go, man. This is this ain't right at all. You know what I'm saying? Now,
and we haven't even done Rose Court. Oh my god.
My cheeks hurt.
My cheeks hurt too.
Hey, whoa, hey,
yo.
Keep your cheeks to yourself, madam.
Hey, no.
Angel versus Nessa in the custody for Dominic ladder match.
Yeah, but
hell no.
Because
I
don't think Angel wants Dominic like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Angel wants Dominic like that. I think she was just rumming it in that she met him first before Nessa did. So that's
do you think he'd actually want another custody of Dom ladder match like that for his psyche though?
Speaking of,
this man already traumatized still.
Actually, it probably improved his psyche. It actually probably would improve his psyche because he's gonna be sitting on the top of the ladder like, yep, I did this. Yep. So whoever wins me better bring a whole bunch of tendies because that's where I'm going.
Better bring a whole bucket.
That means bring a whole bucket, bring him
Right.
the new PlayStation 5 Pro or the new PlayStation 6.
And you gotta have that sauce with the tenny too. You gotta have the honey mustard. You gotta have the ranch. You gotta have that sauce with them. You gotta have that sauce. I've seen it. I've seen the segments, but Dom don't play about the sauce, man.
No, he don't. You don't play about that ranch.
You don't.
Hey, yo, hold on.
But
this man's trying to get us to fight.
Yo,
I'm still listing out stipulations.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, if I were you, man, Brandon, just stay out of it. Trust me.
Yes,
men do not need to be in the middle of a women's quarrel. So that just
actually think I'm wrong.
If he wants to list out stipulations, why not just make it a triple threat match?
Oh,
Yo, does she really?
If he wants to add himself into this, we might as well just make it into a triple threat match.
And then he gonna get jumped.
Angel about that life, man. That's the Flo Rida in her. She about that life over there on the East Coast.
You got Jersey and Cali up in this. It ain't happening.
I was born in Jersey, man. My accent.
That East Coast. That East Coast. Shout out to Sports4U's HR, Christy, you know what I'm saying? So, definitely mind your P's and Q's, sir. The boss is in the building.
Come along.
Hey, pause, man. Hey, man, we don't need to know your personal life. Hold on.
We are never alone, my dude.
We are never alone. Hold up.
Rose Gang. Hey, man. Rose Gang never alone, fam.
We are never alone, sir.
Rose Gang never alone, fam. Hold on now.
All the gangster out. What's wrong with you?
By the way, Kim telling two chicks he comes alone is wild. But what do I know?
Nope. Anyway,
Nope.
This now is the moment I've been waiting for the past 7 days. We are gonna have, if you watch the Humble Rose podcast, they have a little thing going on called Rose Court.
All right.
Where they take people who are committed certain crimes and put them on trial to stand trial, and we will vote to see, if they are guilty or innocent. So Sports4U probably presents the Humble Rose podcast's Rose Court. So everybody rise. The Honorable Judge Nessa and Judge Angel Rose are presiding. Ladies, who wants to go first? Who wants to call their first victims to the stand?
So we're probably gonna do this together because we have the exact same idea of who we're bringing up to the stand.
As I stated earlier,
all right.
We are here to present a case for the victim.
For the victim.
Jade Cargo is the victim.
Okay.
And our suspect.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
Suspects, not suspects. Suspects.
Are Bianca Belair
and
Naomi.
And
Bailey.
Oh, yeah, and Bailey.
Oh. And what are their crimes of tonight?
Before we start with the crimes, we have to make it very clear. Naomi and Bianca together. Bailey separate.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
A conspiracy.
All right.
Yeah. It's like theories,
okay.
But like also we know that it's one of the three. All right. So the list.
Okay.
Facts.
Would you like to start?
Let's start with Bailey. Let's start with Bailey. Now, Bailey gained out of this a match, at Survivor Series, War Games. So it seems like she'd be number one suspect, right? Take out Jade, be part of the team. she was already, outsider, outcast, only friend, Naomi. So she takes her out. She gains Bianca's trust. Then she gains allies. Right? But then
Right.
we've been, working on this Naomi turn. And I'm going to let Angel hit Naomi.
All right, Naomi. I feel like if we look back at some of the segments that she has had, she is looking very sick and tired of the fact that she hasn't won anything. Most of her matches that were super important, never won. And you know that there's the name of the trio for Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, right?
Big three.
Yo, if that's actually true,
I don't know,
I would genuinely applaud her for it. Because, like, the takedown was immaculate. Was very well done. But anyways, so you know how we have the trio, right? Which is Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. But remember, Bianca and Jade also helped out certain someone on NXT and did not involve Naomi in it.
Kalani Jordan.
Jumped at the same time.
Kalani. And now everyone's being like, oh no, they're the three and stuff like that. So it could be that Naomi is getting kind of jealous of that. Because, like, remember, they're more on top than Naomi is at the moment. For now, because we know that 100% she's going to get some kind of title. We don't know what it is, but she's going to get her title run. But also, I don't know, the way she's been looking these couple days, like, either she's been looking super, super happy, super pumped, like, not even worried about Jade, and then also looking hella guilty. Like, very guilty on some of the occasions. Like, for example, when they started talking about Jade once again, like, she was, like, very guilty. And she was like, nah. Let's worry about Survivor Series, and then we'll worry about Jade. I was like, hold up. She your friend. She's the person that's been on your side this whole time when everyone was, like, doubting you. She was also the person that supposedly you went to go see at the hospital, and now you're saying, nah, let's worry about her later. Let's worry about Survivor Series. Like, come on. I don't know.
That does sound a little shady.
It sounds very shady. And if y'all did y'all see that one segment that when she was hugging Bailey, like even she had to like clarify herself, but at the same time, like, why would you clarify if you ain't guilty? Like, why would you have to explain yourself to people that think that you're guilty when you absolutely know you're not guilty? Unless you are guilty, and that's how you're trying to clarify yourself. Bro, I'm sorry, but it feels like to me, Naomi don't trust no one. Like, right now, what it's giving me the gimmick is that she ain't trusting no one. She's trusting herself. And it's just like, honey, you're supposed to be trusting Jade and Bianca, but, like, are you? And that is my case.
That's a good case. That's a good case stacked on all three of these women. Bailey does have a lot to gain with Jay being out because let's say there's no Survivor Series War Games without the role model. I can see Bianca being one because, ever since the Royal Rumble, they kind of had this little side eye with each other about who's the best out of those two, and she always diverts that topic with Jade because she don't want to say that she's the best one, even though she knows she feels like she is. So I can see her getting taken out and then going with her to the hospital to cover her tracks. But I've been the first to say this. I do see Naomi being the forgotten one of the big three, being replaced by Kalani Jordan in NXT. And then these girls are holding gold, and yet she keeps coming up short. So I do see Naomi being, I do see Naomi being part of this, cohesion. So everyone in the chat, everyone in the stands, all the witnesses, all the jurors. How do we? Let's start off with Bailey. Do we find her guilty or not guilty of being the one to attack Jay Cargill? I personally, I'm gonna vote not guilty because let's be real. I don't think she has the woman power to pick up Jay and throw her off a docket by herself. Drell, what do you think? Bailey guilty or not guilty?
Bailey for me, not guilty. That's now the motivation, the motive is there. I mean, and not just her getting into the Survivor Series match, but the United States Championship tournament with Jade out is an easier road. But still, at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I feel like Bailey was trying. I think she was trying to do too much to go out of the way to try to earn trust to really do that to Jade. So I'm gonna go Bailey not guilty.
All right, John, guilty or not guilty for Bailey?
I find Bailey Martinez not guilty on the counts of I don't think she, like Drell stated in his case, the strength to try to take Jay Cargill out by herself. I don't see it. And granted, she's trying to earn the trust of Bianca Belair. I don't think she would want to earn the trust by taking out her partner. So I personally find Miss Bailey Martinez not guilty.
I don't think it's Bailey Martinez, but I see where you're going with that.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah. Nessa, guilty or not guilty for Pamela Bailey Martinez?
That's right. I went there because she made a joke after WrestleMania when she was on Espanol.
I also do not think it was Bailey, even though she like.
What you think, Nessa? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. Not guilty because even though she number one suspect, all the evidence points to her. I don't think she did it. I think she's being what's that word? Set up.
Definitely. All right, Angel.
I say she's not guilty too, because like Nessa says, I feel like she's being set up, bro. Like it like all the clues point to her, but like at the same time, if we've been watching wrestling like for as long as most people have been watching it, like you can always tell that there's always gonna be a plot twist, especially when it comes to these kind of things. Always. And there's always a setup on somebody who they think is specifically the target, but
True.
Gotcha.
Now we move on to Bianca and Naomi. I personally got Naomi. Go ahead.
Nessa did it.
Go ahead,
Nessa
Angel.
did it for a case for Bianca.
Oh, okay.
There could be another suspect.
I personally got. What if it's Charlotte Flair?
I have a theory.
That's
going into this next deliberation.
I mean, I
kind of
see it, but I kind of don't.
That is true.
That's a stretch.
They had their little face off when Jade
had their
was
face
on
off.
here. So it could be a possibility.
That's what I'm saying. Like it could be, but at the same time, it's kind of a stretch. But who knows?
Yeah, I think they're reaching on that one if it's in fact Charlotte. And if it is, I would love to get the backstory on that and how they come up with that idea. For Naomi, I 100% find her guilty as charged for the attempted manslaughter of Jade Cargill. And I do find Bianca Belair guilty as an accomplice because Naomi is not going to do this by herself. I predict that Naomi didn't do it, but she does have a hand in setting Jade up. Bianca Belair does have the power to throw Jade down to the car. So I think those two were definitely in cahoots. Naomi feels the jealous role because she can't win the title, which is what I believe. If Bayley wins the United States Championship, I'm okay with it if this results in Naomi heel turn because
Absolutely.
Bayley's gonna be disgusted in Naomi's actions on Jade. That Naomi's gonna have her sights set on Bayley, and that's gonna be probably a title match at WrestleMania, or maybe before. We'll see, but that's gonna be a title match at WrestleMania, and Naomi would get her shine with the United States title, and then when Jade comes back, her eyes gonna be set, laser focused on Bianca Belair, because I think Jay's gonna come back and she's gonna have some CCTV footage of her getting put through that car window, a la Shawn Michaels and Triple H, where Shawn Michaels had the video footage proving that it was Triple H, and Triple H pretty much forced to come clean saying, "Yeah, that was me." So I can see that happening. So I definitely find those girls guilty. Drell, Bianca Belair, Naomi, guilty, not guilty of their crimes.
You know, the more I look at it, the more I look at it. Yeah, I gotta say guilty. Um, Even though everybody's gonna look at Naomi being the one that actually like physically did it. I think she's the red herring for Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair was ultimately the one that did it. And I think it's just one. I think it's just one of those situations where it was like, I don't know, like feeling like with Jade being the new girl on the scene, already developing the popularity, kind of stealing a little bit of the shine. Bianca feeling like, I was like one of the more dominant singles wrestlers in recent memory in the WWE Women's Division, and feeling handcuffed being in the tag team with Jade Cargill, even though they won the tag team titles. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Bianca and Naomi. I'm definitely gonna go guilty. Bianca was the one that physically did it, and Naomi had it set up.
Yep, that's what it looks like. John, guilty, not guilty. One of them guilty, one of them not guilty.
I find Naomi guilty. I find Bianca Belair not guilty.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Ooh, I gotta hear why, sir. What is your reasoning for Bianca Belair not being guilty?
Ladies and gentlemen of the hey, Ball Nation all day. Hey,
SEC bias. SEC bias.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I know it seems properly to make Bianca Belair out to be the one because she has been the one that carried its team with this new rising star on the rise in the company. But I truly believe she cares about Jade Cargill as a sister and wants to still continue their Night Girl magic as a tag team. I believe Naomi is the mastermind behind this, and I think she enlisted some help. As we are approaching the transfer window, there is a certain two young women who are keep making noise with a lot of other tag teams in the division.
I should have known he was gonna say these. I knew he was gonna say these two. I knew it
And
because
I have a feeling that Naomi is going to reach into her Team BAD days, and she's recruited the services of one Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson as the two physical accomplices to take out Jade Cargill.
One physical accomplice.
Well, yeah, as they Jade Cargill and left her laid for dead on the hood of that car. So I find Bianca Belair not guilty. I find Naomi guilty, and her accomplices, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, guilty by association.
Okay.
Lash Legend can't be that chick to pick her up because they did have that little
Yeah, she
that
did
little
pick
fake.
her up. She did pick her
But
up.
if the planned rumor is Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair, somebody got to do something. Maybe Jade turns on Bianca for not having her back when she got jumped. Who knows?
Maybe.
But we gonna be on our way there. Angel, guilty, not guilty. Bianca Belair, Naomi, or like John, 1A, 1B, different verdict.
Nah, I say guilty because I have more evidence.
Uh-oh.
Remember
Okay,
the first person who did Bianca first say that did it, that accused? Who did she accuse first?
She accused Bailey.
No,
Right?
she accused Nia first.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Okay.
She accused Nia first. And and we know 100% that it was not Nia because she was actually backstage the entire time. She was getting ready for that match.
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, why would you accuse somebody immediately after your friend got attacked and then try to say that it was the one person that supposedly think it was? Like, bro, you trying to throw us off. Being like, oh yeah, she's absolutely guilty. It's her. Trying to like take all of the heat off of her. And also, another thing. What was the first thing she said? What did Bailey tell her right after they got Jade into the ambulance? And what was the first thing that came out of her mouth?
Did you see anybody?
And what did she say?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Stay out of the business.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Don't worry
I'm going to the hospital.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? I thought you cared about your girl. I thought you cared about your tag team partner.
I mean, at the same time, tensions were high, and it still isn't sold on Bailey. So maybe she just snapped at her. If her of all people, she gonna be like, "I ain't telling you. Don't worry about it." So maybe
she could have said, "I ain't telling you," because she was gonna find out on her own. She didn't have to say it doesn't matter. Remember, wording is important. Wording is important when it comes to these kind of storylines. Wording is important.
That is true.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm with you. I still think Bianca has something to do with it.
Oh,
but the thought of the Metal Girls being involved does throw a monkey wrench in the theory. But I'm still going to hold out and say it was Naomi and Bianca Belair or one of the two. I'm definitely still thinking on Naomi. Nessa, Bianca, Naomi, both guilty, not guilty. One of them guilty, the other one not guilty.
I'm going to go with guilty, both, but Naomi guilty by association. And Bianca is definitely the one that attacked Jade for the sole purpose of her being jealous that she is not the strongest when it comes to it. She wants to be number one. That's her whole thing. I am the EST of the WWE.
Yeah, you said it because I remember the other evidence that we had together. That apparently someone noticed this, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I did not notice that. So when she came out, when Bianca came out for the US title match, she literally sang the part in her song that says, "I don't need you." Like, I don't need you. I don't need no one.
Anybody.
I don't need anybody. I was like, why would you say that if you literally have your tag team belt wrapped around you? Like, what?
Now I do think Naomi helped her for the sole reason of gold, because right now they have not stripped them of their tag titles yet. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like she's going to try to convince them to give it to Naomi and let them be tag team partners together.
Oh, okay. So you gonna pull a New Day on Bianca?
Pull a Freebird rule.
Yes.
They haven't.
They're together, the big three. You know what I mean?
The big
So they're three together. She can take the gold for Jade, and that's why they haven't stripped them yet.
Yeah,
So
because
Jade's
they
gonna come
haven't
back
stripped
like,
them.
nah.
They're gonna strip them literally the first week after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yep. Jade is
Yeah, Jade is getting more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that
She's gonna be that superwoman. Yeah, Jade's gonna be pushed as that superwoman of WWE, and Bianca's gonna feel like that used to be her her gig, her persona as the superwoman of WWE, and then Jade came in is gonna take that spotlight.
Yeah, because apparently we need superheroes in the show. We need a Hulk, Rhea. We need a freaking Superman. We need a Superwoman. Like apparently we need heroes in this show.
Yeah. If the obvious thing would be the Jade turn, because she's played a heel before, but that Bianca turn is just gonna hit like crack, and it's been years in the making, and
you could see it kind of
and
like
she's showing signs of it a little bit, every now and then, especially when she knocked the roses off of Liv Morgan's cheek.
Yeah.
A few weeks back.
And that was the same segment that Liv was being messy, talking about you are the EST. You are not made to be.
Yeah, she was literally like trying to plant the seeds.
And Bianca didn't have that side eye, like, hey, we ain't doing that today type of thing. And I'm like,
yeah, no, and also
seeing something that no one else is seeing, but we with you, Liv. We see it.
Oh, and especially that segment before Survivor Series when she's like, "Oh, so you're the leader now to Rhea." "Oh, okay, Miss Leader, how would we work?" And she's like, "Wow, the leader, ladies and gentlemen." I was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
So guilty.
I'm surprised they worked well together because I promise you, I really thought someone was gonna turn during Survivor Series, bro. I really thought so. I'm so mad that no one turned. I was so pissed.
Yes, there's a lot of evidence mounting up against Bianca Belair, so it's gonna definitely keep our eyes open on that. My person that I want to call to the stand.
Here we go.
Is one Booker T.
Oh yeah, man.
Here we go.
And his crime is perjury.
What?
Basically lying to the people.
I like it.
So let me take y'all back to how it all started. Joe Hendry pulls up to NXT for the first time, and he's always asking, why you here? Like, what are you doing here? So pretty much he didn't like Joe Hendry. Few weeks follows, and he openly admits that he is the president of the Joe Hendry fan club.
He believes.
So, yes, there's tape of him saying it on NXT when Joe Hendry came out. He was like, Booker T is the president of the Joe Hendry fan club, and Booker T on camera saying, yes, I am. Yes, I am. He said it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, Booker T owns Reality of Wrestling. That's his company. That's his show. That's his his everything. Joe Hendry pulls up, tries to give a little concert. Booker T shuts it down. Like, you don't go here. Joe Hendry said, "You're the fan club of the president of the Joe Hendry fan club." He straight out said, "No, I'm not. I'm not no fan club of anything. I'm not the president of any fan club." Booker T, sir, you are a liar. There's video footage of you saying you're the president of this fan club, and now you get put on the spot, and now you're gonna renege on their agreement, and now all of a sudden, like you don't know the brother. Wait, is it because he's white? Like, what is it? Like, now all of a sudden you don't know him? He's like one of those. He's like one of those black people that has that right friend, and they're best friends when they go out to their side of town. But then when it comes to the cookout, and he comes over there, he's not. I never played bingo with you. I never played Shotzi. I don't know what to talk. He's one of them people. You know what I'm saying? Now you gonna flip and leave the man high and dry. It's like, come on, man. Why are you lying?
Damn, he's really like digging.
Like, why are you lying, fam? Me, Booker T, sir, I find you guilty of lying, guilty of perjury, and
Why you always lying?
exactly. Why you always lying? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Fucking lying.
You know you're collecting money on the Joe Hendry fan club. You know all that money.
Code switching.
Stop trying to act all hoodish because you're at home and now all of a sudden you don't know nobody.
Yeah, he code switching.
Yeah, he code switching.
He got caught switching.
Like I can see right through you, fam. I know what you said. You said it on live television. So now all of a sudden you don't know the man. Like
sounds like someone on our comments too.
Yeah, this man said he was switching. He got caught switching. That's wild.
That's come on, fam.
Pause.
Sir.
Sounds like someone on our comments, right, Chow?
Oh yeah. The theme of the week is switching. I don't know what it is. Like people saying one thing and then turn around when they get put on blast or get put on 4K, they want to go the other way and say, I never said that. Hey,
and something else.
Aquí está todo.
all of a sudden they shag you for some reason because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So yeah, Booker T, sir, I will find you guilty and I'll hold it. I'm Nessa. I'm gonna start with you, ma'am. Do you find this guy guilty or not guilty of his crimes? Because I think he's guilty.
With the evidence presented, I'm gonna go ahead and go with guilty. Because we don't like code switching.
No.
We don't stand for that.
We don't stand for
that.
We don't stand switching in this podcast.
Only switching I want to see is some lowriders, you heard?
Nice, good.
Only Morgan. I'm sorry, I said it out loud. I'm sorry.
Hey man, you have to out, fam.
Yeah, my thoughts are coming out, sir.
Yeah, they're coming out. Like,
hey, your intrusive thoughts are switching out of your head, man. You need to relax.
Oh boy.
Angel, Booker T, guilty, not guilty.
Although you gave some great evidence, I wish you had a little bit more evidence because, like, just once. I mean, we don't like switching here. We're 100% with that. Like, all of us agree on that. But I wish you could have gave a little bit more evidence. But for the evidence that you did give us, because I already got someone switching, up in here. I found you guilty, but I do. Yeah. I'm talking to you. Thank you for making yourself be recognized. Thank you so much. You literally just gave your ass away. Thank you so much.
Yo.
He did do that earlier.
He gonna snatch and grab.
Okay. No, that didn't happen.
With what?
It was snatched away and snatched.
Oh man! All right, yeah.
Anyways,
wow, man.
I find Booker T guilty, but I do wish he had a little bit more evidence.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to gather some more video footage of this, but we will revisit this at a later time, and I will show my case to the jury on a future episode of Rose Court, which, by the way, tune into the Humble Rose podcast on Tuesdays. Drell, sir, Booker T, guilty, not guilty.
But man, when you think about Booker T, could you just imagine like him talking through that though? Could you just imagine what he could be saying? Could you Booker be like, "Oh yeah, man, I am the president of the Joe Henry fan club. Yeah, man. Yeah." Can you imagine that though? Could you imagine that though? Yeah, I'm just saying. But anyway,
That's a really good Booker T.
Man, hey, as a guy who's been watching Booker T for years, as complex as that man is, he's easy to get down as far as the impersonation. He really is. But I'm gonna say guilty. I'm gonna say guilty. Cause I mean, honestly though, man, Booker T does have his little switch ups. He has his little moments. Like one minute he be all cool, calm, and collected, and then next, like especially when it comes to Roxanne Perez. Oh no, don't say nothing bad. Don't say nothing bad about the pupil. Oh, he'll be on your. He'll be like right. He'll be riding with you. But the minute you say something bad about her, oh, that's ball game. That's ball. That's it. So I mean, hey, I wouldn't put it. I can't put it past him. So I'm gonna have to go guilty on that. I'll say guilty.
No, just
Subtle shade is crazy when you expose your ass yourself.
Yo, exposing your ass yourself is wild, dude. Pause.
2 times.
Dude, he's
John.
saying subtle shade, but like he's exposing himself. Like, did I wait? Because okay. No, he is. No, because okay. Did I say names? Did I say names?
Hey, you can say he was exposing himself.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's the whole Cinderella theory. You know, if it fits, hey man, you the chosen one.
If
you know,
walk like a duck, if it talk like a duck, talk like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose.
Next time, bitch up.
Hey man,
I, John Watson, find one Booker T. Huffman guilty of perjury.
and the government, no.
Mr. Five-time, Mr. 5-time, 2-time Hall of Famer. Hey, I've had my share of courtroom visits in the past. But,
now you have another one too.
Yeah, it might be worth it this time. This time I'll be guilty. This time I would be guilty. Booker C is Booker T is guilty because I do remember the episode when Joe Hendry pulled up. It was during a match. Gallus was in the match. I forgot who they were facing. I think it was facing Hank and Tank or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And Dick Joseph said his name. It was like, no, don't say his name. Don't say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
And next thing you know, we go on the internet and we find out Booker T is president of the Joe Hendry fan club. But now all of a sudden, now you want to defend him because he called out the top wrestler. That wasn't silly. Now but Booker T guilty, and obviously we know you're guilty because and like they said, you can't say nothing wrong about Roxanne Perez. And if you say something, and I obviously know when a certain women superstars in NXT comes out, his bias comes clearly out, unless Charmel is sitting behind another.
He be throwing poor Vic Joseph under the bus sometimes. Like, man, you got to watch him, bro. You got to watch him.
Yeah, call him a snitch and everything, man. It's like, damn.
He flipped it.
That was not the encounter that Vic Joseph was going to have on his practice.
Some of his comments for the ladies is like, damn, calm down. Relax.
He's
calm down.
looking kind of
spicy. You're married, sir.
Oh, yeah. The ladies are
quack, quack.
Yeah, you see it, Vic. Yeah, love it, Vic. The rock star. And then like, I wonder if Sharmel watches shit, though. What you think?
And the one time he said something, there was one episode, Charmel and their kids was literally sitting right above, and then Vic Joseph looked at his monitor, and he looked at his camera, was like, "Look, I just saw who's sitting behind us. You better watch your mouth." I was like, "Oh."
I'm loving that Vic Joseph Booker T dynamic. They're coming along. It's very comical sometimes. Vic,
I can see it. Like,
Vic is starting to like really step up the Booker. So we got time for two more plaintiffs, defendants. Drell, who you got to the stand, and what is his, her, or their crimes?
I would like I gotta call Ridge Holland to the stand. And his crime is making us believe that he's an actual viable champion. And his crime is making us believe that he is an actual viable championship contending wrestler at this stage in his career, which he's not. Which he's not at all. and you can go back and you can analyze the full NXT run because it's like he pulls you in. It like he gives you a little bit of hope, particularly the Chase U run and the matches he was having with Chase U, the tag team matches, and you're thinking, you know what, we might finally have something here, and then even with the turn on him, it's like, you know what, okay, I like where they're going with this. He needs something fresh. He needs something new. That man can't cut a damn promo to save his life. He can't. He doesn't draw you in. He doesn't make you believe that he's actually going to do something. It's almost like he's kind of mocking himself in a way, or for being an unsafe wrestler. It's almost like he's mocking himself in a way. And then the ultimate thing was just the title match itself was just like, it started off good, teasing, him hitting the Redeemer early, because I mean, say what you want about Ridge, he's got one of the better finishers in NXT. I will give him that. But outside of that, though, he's not a championship guy. And it's like they still try to do this with some of the bigger wrestlers, the larger than life, the bigger guys. They try to make us believe that they're going to do something, but when in reality, he just ain't doing it. So yeah, Ridge Holland, for being a championship viable guy, just you faking the funk for me, man. You're faking it. Just know. That's
an OG point right there. All right, so pretty much Drell got the man guilty. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I got the man guilty for the simple fact that he could be the reason why Big E would never wrestle again. So on that and that alone, straight guilty of said crime. Nessa, guilty, not guilty, Sir Ridge Holland.
That man needs the electric chair, straight death row.
Yeah.
And if no one was here for Dallas's rant,
go back and watch.
Yeah, go back and watch that.
That's really right there.
But
you thought I was going hard. You should have seen what Dallas did. Damn.
That needs the death row. Parole, no parole.
He needs that injection.
Yeah, agreed. Angel, you agree? Straight up guilty.
I literally just said he deserves that injection, but yet guilty. Guilty as all heck. And I will even put him guilty on one more thing. Mic work, because my goodness, this man needs help.
He already. Yep.
I know he said it, but I had to say it because I was gone. But no.
Oh yeah. Do you, Angel? Do you? John, you agree? Guilty.
I hate to quote these two men right now because they're pretty much not persona non grata right now. But in the words of one Sean Carter and one Robert Kelly, Ridge is guilty. You tried to touch me, but you can't touch me. Yours is guilty. Ridge Holland, you're guilty. And I'm done.
I'm gonna say I didn't hear that, but yeah.
I'm gonna quote Charles Barkley. Not a good time right now. Not a good time.
Yeah,
I can't say they're persona non grata. That's why I gave the disclaimer.
We here as we do not approve one John Watson's statements and arguments.
He's guilty.
His statements is on his own. His song selection was on his own, and if you want to visit him in Cell Box C, we will give you the coordinates.
Yo, he said he won't even damn.
Have to put Jonathan on trial, like.
No, truly. At this point, we might as well just put Jonathan on trial.
Hey,
what I do?
Oh, now it's what I do. All right, Booker T.
Yo,
all right, John.
Okay, Kofi, okay, Kofi, what do you mean what you did?
And there's video evidence. We can click this and go back to it.
Wow.
Have a disclaimer.
Hey, yo! Look what Mark's life said.
I gave a disclaimer to my guilt. I gave a disclaimer.
All right, so he openly admits his crimes. Guilty.
As charged. Guilty as charged.
All right.
Possible parole.
John, you have the final call here. Who is on your stand?
I was debating putting this person on, but I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna do it anyway because I'm loving this segment. One, Mr. Eddie Thorpe, you are charged with violating HR codes for vacation/sick days.
Love that.
He's guilty of putting in that PTO time. All right. I like to see this going.
We all have been blessed to have jobs where they give us certain time, a certain acute time to be off work. If you can't make it the next day, you call that early that morning. If you're going to be out 2 days, get a doctor's note. But at no time do you get hurt at the end of your shift and say, you know what, I'm not going to be able to come in. And that is what happened with Mr. Thorpe, as he claimed that one Obafemi was responsible for injuring him, but it wasn't. He openly admits to committing the Jesse Smollett. Shout out to my man JT because he had it first. So I had to give him credit. You're guilty of for committing a fraudulent crime. That's right, Eddie Jesse Smollett Thorpe. That's right, JT.
Jesse Smollett Thorpe.
You are guilty of using personal sick days to not just for your benefit, but to even get a raise on, even get an extra time and a half. What he's doing is getting a title shot next week in Lowell, Massachusetts, versus Trick Williams by basically evading the Iron Survivor Challenge. Now he gets a shot for lying.
For cheating.
Lie, you cheat, and you steal.
Nessa, don't you dare. Nessa.
How fitting with a name. How fitting with a name like Eddie. We go there.
That's a good point. Good point.
How fitting.
All right. Going here. That was crafty. That's crafty.
You're right, Jason. He got holiday pay and everything.
Yo,
Listen,
facts,
I'm
man.
gonna stall him out on this because let's revisit here. Eddie Thorpe has been looking for an opportunity, and he's been trying to get Ava's attention for at least a month. She brushed the man off, saying she ain't got time, and she's using her time for the other women in the division and the time for the Trick Williams and his championship matches, everybody else. But when the man wanted an opportunity, or at least 2 minutes of her time, she kept brushing them off. And then he got caught up in, let's face it, you always keep your hands to yourself. He should never grab it in the first place. But so he figured, I did all of this, and then when I finally get 2 minutes of your time, you're gonna stick me in the match where I gotta survive for 25 minutes and possibly not even win the match and get my title shot. So he's like, you know what? Nah, I came down a little bit of the sniffles. I'm just gonna lay out on the locker room. Maybe put like a box on top of me or something, and just make it seem like I got.
Oh no! Here I go.
Like I fallen, and I got knocked out, and I couldn't get up and compete. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, my stomach! Oh, doctor, I need help.
Yeah, I hurt my thumb. I hurt my ankle dancing. Around the campfire over the weekend, so I couldn't.
Oh, I have a hangnail.
I couldn't do it.
He got this mysterious fever of 102 degrees, but in reality, he stuck the thermometer in the hot water to make it seem like that.
Yeah, exactly. So he decided to take matters in his own hands, and he's gonna sit this one out. And the winner of the title match, he was gonna guilt trip Trick Williams into giving him a title shot. Mission accomplished.
It
So
worked.
he got what he wanted.
It worked.
So I'm gonna find him not guilty on the fact that the man tried to get the woman's attention, and he got pushed to the side multiple times. So I'm gonna stall him out. He's like, oh, you don't wanna give me this raise? What?
Low management. There you go. Low management. There you go.
I'm gonna tell you what he did. He's like, oh, you don't want to give me this promotion? Well, I can't come in tomorrow. I don't feel good. So I'm gonna take my time off. I'm gonna take my sick day. And then when I come back, I want that promotion.
I got many sick days, bro. Stacked up.
Yeah, and he did. He took a week off, and he took the 3-day weekend. He came back fresh. He know who did it, and it was pretty much air and opportunity that did it.
Oh shit.
Nessa, Eddie Thorpe, guilty, not guilty.
Look, I'm going to put him as guilty for the simple fact that he's a dumbass for stating that he did what he did. He could have just signed his contract and let it be.
Yeah, he didn't have to show
He straight up just snitched on himself. So I'm gonna put him as not guilty for being a dumbass.
All right. Angel.
I say guilty, but also not guilty because, bro, this man was cunning.
Mm-hmm.
You got to admit,
Not though.
like the fact that he made it look like how I hurt myself. Shit, someone attacked me from behind. Type, not even going forward. He went backwards. I was like,
all right. So we got a.
He put on Novella.
Yeah. He
So pretty much for the first time, we got a hung jury decision for Angel Rose. Like he's guilty, but also not guilty.
Yeah.
All right, Drell. Is Eddie Thorpe guilty of his crimes or not?
Alrighty, so I gotta go through it real quick, and I'm gonna explain my verdict, because basically what this is what this was the guy asking for a raise. They never gave him the raise. So I'm gonna put this holiday time in. I'm gonna rest up. I'm gonna relax a little bit. I'm gonna come back, and then homeboy come back. And he fake his way into getting the damn raise anyway. So you know what? Just off of genius alone, he not guilty, because I blame the employers. It's the employer's fault. You knew what the hell that man was doing, and you gave it to him anyway. So not guilty on the fact that was a genius move by Eddie Thorpe, because the fact that they gave him the damn raise anyway. I mean, I don't blame. Hey,
he literally reverse psychology their ass. He literally reverse psychology them.
Yeah. He made Ava look stupid.
No, truly. I'm sorry, but yeah, he did.
I'm trying to think about if you got negligence, what's reverse negligence in this situation? Because that's what this is. Like, just like, what the hell, bro?
Like, also, did y'all not hear that? Like, some people were actually clapping for him when he actually revealed it.
Yeah,
because it was genius. It was genius.
It was well played.
It was freaking genius.
He should have never snitched on himself.
He should have never snitched. I agree with Nessa. I agree. But at the same time, like, people would be like, "Oh shit!" I was like,
it was that meme where everybody goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, it's one of those. That's the shit I would have did.
Like, shit, I'm gonna come up with them next time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that case has been adjourned. Eddie Thorpe is pretty much guilty, of his crimes. So that concludes Rose Court. We'd like to thank Angel Rose and Nessa for allowing us to use their platform segment on this show, because it was very, very entertaining, like I hope it would have been, which I knew it would have been, because let's face it, it's Angel and Nessa, so you can't get better than that. Before we go, we
enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. It was fun. Next time we have to do Ethan.
Yeah.
Next time we gotta do Ethan Payne, bro, because I got a lot of shit to say about him.
Talk about it. Hey, if you guys are having an episode on Tuesday, hey, I'll be in the stands for that one. So just let me know.
We just gotta come up with a couple more people then.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, I did tease an announcement earlier today, regarding Sports4U. So as it was confirmed around 9 a.m. this morning. Sports4U Wrestling is also in partnership with WWE Shop.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations, guys.
That's what's up.
Once the show is over, we will be dropping a post with the link on it. So if you guys do want to start buying merch, because WrestleMania season's right around the corner, Royal Rumble's right around the corner.
Yes,
so if you guys want to get NXT's around the corner for certain people, depending on where they are, Saturday Night Main Event, depending on where you are. We will be dropping the link so you can go ahead and buy your merch off that link and just tell them, the boys from Sports4U Wrestling sent you. So, again, thanks to Cash for giving me the heads up on the deal. And once again, the Humble Road and Sports4U, the brand, both brands are thriving. So, congratulations to you guys as well. So it's on. So,
I want you to go purchases. You can go use our Humble Rose link as well.
Yeah.
The joy, Christmas.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Use the Sports4U Wrestling link. Use the Humble Rose Wrestling link. Exactly.
That's right.
And if you're gonna buy some Liv or Dominic merch, feel free to use the Humble Roses links, because I'm pretty sure a certain someone here don't want to be associated with it. So
I love them. You were dragging it down. You were like,
Lord have mercy.
yeah, if you want to get the Blitz offers, use our
please.
Use our link. We do not mind. If you want to buy anything else, I guess use Sports4U, because apparently Jonathan is very prejudiced.
I agree.
Tell it again, JT.
Truly. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Culture class. And we can't forget my townhouse meeting. Y'all know what it is. The umbrella is still. It's raining under the umbrella.
Next week, tune in for Sports4U episode 12. We will have our final episode of the year because we will be off for Christmas. So tune in next week. We will have EVP, Mike D, and our guy Mo from the Sports4U family. They will be joining us next week for the final episode of Sports4U, as we probably go over Saturday night's main event and how that went down, and of course SmackDown and Raw, NXT, so on and so forth. So this has been another fire edition of Sports4U Wrestling. Drell, thanks for pulling up. Angel, Nessa, seriously, you guys turned the show up until 9,000. Cash, I will send you the fire hazard bill, because you got the roof. You still got the roof burning on that ether. Expect again.
That was a bounty on Ridge. That was.
We should have man. You should have snuck the instrumental on the back of that while he was going, like straight up.
I did. Oh, it's in there.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. The ether is there. So once we get it clipped, we will be sharing it on Twitter and Instagram, so all y'all will see Cash and Rare and full Vegeta mode going all over.
That's amazing. Or even better, make someone make a meme out of that video and put it as a bounty wanted, Ridge Holland.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, because the man it was a Ridge Holland party tonight, and he was definitely put on trial multiple times.
Yes,
read the riot act, and then got found guilty of his crime. So
he is on death row with no parole.
Twice.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna get up out of here. Again, thank you for joining us. Shout out to Cash and the Hummer Roll podcast crew. Shout out to Drell and the BRF Sports.
What up, champ?
Shout out to Champ and everyone that pulled up to the comment section. Mark, Remides, Brandon Bean, you're still a little switchy suspect. You, all y'all that pulled up. Thank y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Happy holidays. We are out.